We are presenting three patients showing characteristic symptoms of stuporous catatonia. These patients have been hospitalized from 5 to 15 years, and their stupor is not as complete as it was during the acute stages of their illness. The behavior and attitude of these patients, however, has not changed for several years. The leading symptom is immobility and lack of activity. Most of the time, they seem to be oblivious of their environment. Their faces are fixed, and changes of expression, if they occur, are usually due to fantasies or voices which they hear in hallucinations. Other typical symptoms of this condition are negativism, mutism, waxy flexibility, automatic obedience. We will show you these patients first for some time without stimulating them directly, other than by the camera and lights.
Hail.
Hail and good morning.
Lots of overtime today.
Wow. Well, thanks for having me.
Good morning/evening.
Yeah.
No, you're more than welcome. I'm glad you waited until you're able to release all your information to War Campaign so they don't feel left out.
Yes. I've been waiting for a long time to get the full story out there so that people can see what actually happened rather than this narrative that Matt Mertz, city councilman, has been trying to spin forever. Funny, he left the internet. I wonder why.
Has he left the internet? Has he?
It seems like it. Yeah, he's been scarce because when you make a fool of yourself, sometimes you want to run away, I think.
Right. Okay. Well, do you think that he's run away, or do you think he's just too busy with his new job?
Oh, I don't know. Does he have a new job? Like getting cucked? I don't know. Maybe that's his new job. I don't know. A lot of cucks in Comicsgate these days.
I thought he was a councilman.
Yeah, I don't think he gets paid for that, so I don't know if it's like a job rather than a role.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
He
like
is
local
a city councilman. Yeah, he's a city councilman, and his constituents should fear giving a man like that a little bit of power, you know.
All right, I'm just going to say hello to the chat, Pan. Hi, Candyman. No 15, what happened to 14? I don't know what you're talking about. Brother Gaius says Australian math. Again, I don't know what he's talking about.
Are you missing an episode?
I don't think so. I think they're lying again. The chat lies to me
They're
constantly.
messing with you.
The other day they were telling me my mic was terrible and it wasn't.
Yeah. See the chat. They're crafty like that. They like to fuck with you.
Yeah, I know. This is Johnny in Cleveland says top chat is the best chat. If you're a retard. Do you know what he's talking about there?
Is that a sketch reference? That might
That's
be
a sketch reference.
Yeah. Hail Johnny in Cleveland.
I wasn't late. Light all your clocks fast.
Right on time.
That's right. Look, I kind of... Oh, hi, Pilgrim. How's it going? I kind of expected more sketch alts to be here, actually. I'm having a look down. I don't see a lot of... I don't see a lot of sketch alts down here. I don't see a lot of War Campaign either. What's going on with War Campaign in my show, Pan?
They're probably not awake yet. They're probably hungover. I see one sketch alt, Honey Thunder. He says, Pan, Slayer of Brain Cells. That's got to be a sketch alt.
No.
Not Honey Thunder? Really?
No,
Damn.
no.
Okay.
No.
No, I think War Campaign is probably hungover right now. We had a show last night. We had a good time. We discussed the differences between being a cuck and being a swinger. So if you want to know all about that, check out our last episode on D Live.
Right. When did they do your showdown?
That we went over the Mertz case. What was that? That was last Wednesday. So
Okay.
and I've been
Everyone's
waiting.
had a bit of time to digest.
Yeah. We'll give you guys the story now. So
You
everyone
guys. So
can get
we're
a
separate from War Campaign, obviously.
Yes, you are separate. The rumor is you hate War Campaign. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, at least you give us a fair shake. I gotta respect that.
Who shared that? Who started that terrible slanderous rumor?
I don't know. I blame Liam, though, probably.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
Why not?
Fair enough. When Liam had a show 2 days ago, just out of the blue, about sketch of all things. Only his love for sketch could bring Liam out into the open.
Right?
And there were an awful lot of War Campaign members in his chat still.
Were they? Oh, that's good.
And I thought to myself, it was just before my show, and I was thinking, all these people, they used to be in my comment section, and they used to be cordial, and they used to say funny things, and for probably 3 weeks now, they've been, it seems like a unofficial blacklist upon my channel.
Wait, so now you're getting blacklisted by War Campaign. Holy cow.
Yes.
This is crazy. So War Campaign gets blacklisted by Marvel 2.0, and then War Campaign blacklists Oz. Okay.
I'm also blacklisted by Sketch.
Oh, well, he blacklists a lot of people, and then he cries. He'll say, like, "Oh, my comments aren't getting through. Oh, you won't let my spam through. It's a conspiracy." No, Sketch. Actually, people just don't give a shit. They don't care enough to let all your spam through. It's not a conspiracy.
Mike Kelly asked how long till he takes the episode down. Oh, that's down. He only gave 24-hour notice for people to watch it, and now it's gone.
Is that the Liam show?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so Pan.
Yes. Where do we start?
How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Candyman, I don't know what you're talking about. Stop lying to my chat, please. So you've been okay?
Yeah, I'm really good now that I don't have to worry about this bullshit court case, so I'm happy.
Well, you didn't have to wait very long. I'm surprised at the swift justice that was passed upon you.
I don't know. This has been going on for over a year, man. It was long enough. Like, I pretty much knew what was going to happen. I mean, there was no way that this guy's stupid case was gonna, I wasn't gonna get convicted on this because it was just bullshit. But nonetheless, it was a pain in the ass. Let's put it that way.
Right. And did anyone turn up for court beside you?
No, I actually didn't even have to go to the court date. My lawyer took care of everything. I didn't have to sign the papers. Nothing. It was pretty good setup. When you get a good lawyer, and you pay to have a good lawyer. They take care of it for you. So, I got to give my lawyer a lot of credit. I didn't have to go to court. I didn't have to sign any documents. He did it all. So,
Right. How much did you have to pay your lawyer for that convenience?
oh God, I don't know. It was too much, but well, not too much because he got the job done. But it was a pretty penny.
Samba Gogo says, "Good to see Testy is here using another alt to support his buddy. Is Testify your buddy?"
Yeah, I like Testify. He's a good guy. He's got a funny show. The Trash
Right.
Compactor.
Why do you think his show is funny?
Oh man, he's got a good cast. He has like some of the next generation memers on there, and they just talk about Star Wars. It's a good chemistry.
Right. Okay. That show was started in spite of me, don't you?
Was it? That's right. You had like that little rivalry. He was gonna stream over you, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rivalry is good. I think a lot of people, they don't understand the good things about rivalry. They say, oh, people want to go up against me. They want to challenge me, and they get all butthurt. It's like, nah, man, that's how you grow.
Right. I don't know if that's how we grow. I mean,
No,
no, I don't.
but without competition, without rivalry, you tend to stagnate. You don't push yourself to the next level.
Yeah, but having a competitor like Testify isn't really going to push anyone to any great limits,
It might push you to madness.
Yeah. I tried to have Sketch on my show yesterday.
Oh, that'll push you to madness.
Yeah, and he refused though.
Really? Why doesn't he want to get his important message out there?
He says, all right. Well, first of all, he's confused that Liam and I are separate people.
Is
so
he?
every time I talk to him,
You're
keeps,
both Australian, and that confuses him.
He tells me that he's not going to talk to me till I get my book out.
Okay. Are you doing a book?
No, Liam's doing a book.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see where I'm going?
Oh shit! Sketch. Holy fuck!
And
Yeah,
then
man.
And bloody Berserker Guts, who gave an
he
interesting
loves
interview to the other day. He was on there asking Sketch to go on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And Sketch kept on saying to me, Liam Oz, if you keep asking for me to go on the channel, I'm going to blame you. And I kept on typing in the chat, no, it's not me, it's Berserk.
Liam Oz Hennycuck.
And then Berserk kept on asking him, and then I got banned.
Wow, so he got banned? Okay, so this is what Sketch is always complaining about, being censored, being banned. And then he's going to ban you? He's not going to let you say your piece? Come on, Sketch. Come on, brother.
I said I'd even go on his show. I was on his show. I was like, just let me on and you can yell at me. I won't even
Right.
I won't even argue back. Just tell me where I've hurt you.
Right? Show me on the doll, Sketch. Show me on the doll.
Yeah, Johnny Midnight says Liam Ozen is an amazing sketch theory. Yeah, you never know, Pan. You never know what people are going to come up with.
No, sometimes it all blends together in Sketch's mind. Liam Oz Hennycuck, he's like blends all these personalities and people together into like this one monolith that he can hate. That's what he does.
But yeah, so Sketch, if you're listening, you can come over and be a mod on my channel.
Wow. Mod status.
Mod status, the only one.
That's a good offer.
But I think he's still going to refuse it.
He will. He'll find some way to play victim and be a bitch.
All right. Let's get into this.
Let's get into this.
Dilly of a pickle.
Should we talk about like the backstory? Okay, so what happened? There's this guy. He used to go by Testosterone Overload back in the day. He had like a pro wrestling channel on YouTube. Um, he he was a big fan of John Delarose when John Delarose was coming into Comicsgate. And on War Campaign, we had John Delarose on our show to interview him, and we find out this was in the early days. This was a year and a half, 2 years ago, and we get to the bottom of this thing where basically John Delarose is Vox Day's minion coming into Comicsgate to try and make it a political movement. So we realized this after talking to John Delarose, and there's a backlash. People say a lot of war campaigners and Comicsgaters said, we don't want Comicsgate to be a political movement. We want it to be about the comics. So there was this huge fight that went for 2 years with the John Delarose and Vox Day Comicsgate, going against these guys. And in the early part of it, there was this guy named Matt Mertz, Testosterone Overload, who was white knighting for John Delarose, basically telling the people that didn't want his brand of politics influencing Comicsgate that they were wrong. John Delarose has every right to come into Comicsgate and, talk about all this bullshit. And Vox Day has every right to come into Comicsgate and make it all about ethno states and all this Vox Day garbage. And, we had this back and forth. And eventually the guy starts getting memed, and he goes crazy. And do you have the video where he pulls the guns? We should show that.
I do. I thought I'd save that because.
You want to save that? Okay.
If that's I want to show them. See, I wasn't very familiar with this whole situation because it's not really up my alley.
Right.
So perhaps there might be a number of people that are watching this that have no idea what we're talking about. So
right. Okay.
But as it stands, that video that he released where he was waving guns around and threatening people.
That's kind of the start of it.
That's the beginning, is it? I thought that was sort of afterwards, after the memes started.
No, that was right around the time. He might have been getting memed at that point, but the memes didn't really, really start until after that because it was such a ridiculous move that, of course, you're going to get memed for that. So basically what led up to that was... Yeah.
I'll have a look at that.
Okay.
Yeah, so what happened was what? Sorry?
So, leading up to that, we were having this argument, and he was acting like a tough guy and shit, and, calling me a pussy and a bitch, and I was basically like, look, man, you ain't gonna fucking say that to my face. And I made a statement on open Twitter, like, he was calling me a bitch and all this shit, and I was like, what are you gonna say when I'm on your doorstep? And I didn't actually mean I'm coming to your house. I meant you're not gonna say that type of shit to my face.
Save your weirdo.
Yeah.
Save your weirdo.
My
legal
gay
talk
hyperbole.
For the yeah.
Boy, you'll end up having a heart attack. Pan. Lando Pan. The faceless coward of the war campaign. You want to threaten to dox me, boy? The day after, you're on a live stream for 2.5 hours bitching that Tug got doxed. Now you threaten to dox another member of Comicsgate. You want to threaten to come to my house? What am I going to do if you show up on my doorstep uninvited, boy? I'm going to give you 2 guesses. What happens to people who show up on my doorstep uninvited? You want to fuck around in the real world, boy? You'll end up having a heart attack.
Oh.
And...
So,
I hate to disappoint him, but I didn't actually end up having a heart attack. Sorry about that.
He okay, so he's got good trigger discipline.
He didn't have his finger on the trigger. That's a good move. You're not supposed to do that unless you're going to shoot somebody. But yeah, so basically, I scared the guy. It looks like, on Twitter. On Twitter, I scared the guy. I heard his fifis, and he felt like he needed to put on a hockey mask and pull out a gun because that's normal behavior on Twitter.
Mm.
So after this, the guy gets memed relentlessly. People are like, look at this fucking idiot. Come on. You know, you do something like that and people are going to meme you. So he started getting memed. And now you can play the next video. This was like, I think 2 weeks after.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
he's starting to get memed now. He's developing a real hate for war campaign.
I don't have the next video, Pan.
It's I put it in there. It's it should be in the room. It's in a post.
Let me just have a look.
Yeah, it's in a post that says always remember or some bullshit like that. But yeah, so this guy's starting to lose his.
Oh, never forget, Councilman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, let me just have a look at this one.
And so he's pissed off. He's angry. He's getting memed. He's lashing out like a cuck.
Mr. Wonderful's not a big fan of you, Pan.
I know. I love him though. He's fantastic.
Lord J. Barmer fan.
Says,
this is getting boring. A bit of heckling. Oh, stop that, guys. Come on. Come on. I've only just started. Hecklers? I've just started. Come on. Give me a break.
Hecklers are what it's all about. I love the hecklers.
All right. All right. So let's have a look here. Matthew Metz plan to use hashtag Comicsgate and Indigo backers list to dox the fuck out of people who wouldn't help him make CG a political movement. The classics. Why is fuck censored there, Pan?
Because I try to keep my posts family friendly, but I do like to say fuck a lot.
He seems like a guy that lives on the. He seems.
I'm out. I've seen this account around.
He seems like a guy that lives on the Nehalem River in Northwest Oregon to me.
Hey, Rick.
Who's leaving?
Rick just had to go to bed.
Rick too. Come on, man.
Like, dude, no. Like, dude, yeah, it's the Columbia River, you fucktard.
This guy stands out.
No, the Nehalem River is a couple hours to the west of Portland, about an hour and a half west of Portland.
Oh, that's true.
This would be in like Vernonia. I'm guessing he lives somewhere near Vernonia. So I'm just waiting for, some creator who this guy bought the book of to just send me the list of everyone who bought in Oregon, and I will be able to figure out who this dude is, and I will dox the fuck out of him.
Go for it. I'm against doxing, but that fucking whole war campaign is so annoying. God damn, are they annoying?
Who's that guy?
I 100% support doxing if it's a fucking assholes who do nothing but talk shit.
Who's this dude with the hair?
Okay, so that's Nine Penis Jeremy. I think his name is Nine Penis Jeremy. Apparently, it's known among the turbo cucks that he has 9 penises, so they call him Nine Penis Jeremy. He's with the Turbo guys back in the day, and what happened was the Turbo guys were having a stream, and this Matt Mertz guy, who's a city councilman, by the way, don't forget that this guy's talking about doxing people openly, and he's a city councilman. He gets on with these guys. And he's like, hey, you guys hate war campaign. I hate war campaign too. Let's dox them. And they're like, whoa, we don't hate war campaign that much, bro. Like, hold up, you crazy fuck. And so he didn't know they were live. He thought they were just in a Hangouts, just having a private chat. And this was broadcast live on YouTube. So people see it and they're like, holy fuck, who's this crazy fucking guy that wants to use Indiegogo backer info to dox people? Holy shit, this is crazy. So, people start memeing him again, and he becomes even bigger dumbass on the internet. And by this time, he's lost his account due to the gun video and threatening a whole bunch of people in Comicsgate, not just me. He lost his account. So he's off Twitter. He's changed his testosterone overload name on YouTube to Crypto Comics. So now he's Crypto Comics. And the first thing he does with his new account on YouTube, the Crypto Comics account, is threaten to dox people in Comicsgate. So he starts getting memed. I guess people find his Facebook page. They get his pictures and they start putting his head on everything, just memeing him. And it drives him nuts. So he develops this vendetta, openly hating war campaign. And he files criminal charges on me saying that I stalked him.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to go through here. We're going to have a little bit of a. I invited him on, but he wouldn't come on. So we're going to get a little bit of. Going to delve into his mind a little bit through the documentation.
So you offered to have him on, so it would be fair. Fantastic. And he said no because he's a pussy.
I'm nothing if not fair. But hopefully, if he's watching this, hopefully I do him some justice in my rendition. All right. So,
white knight for him.
All right. So I feel as though I had a brief read of this. Not through all of this, but I had a brief read, and I found his tone, his legalese tone when he's writing is very interesting compared to his normal tone. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, so let's just get into it. I'll read it out, and then I'll do your voice. I'll do his voice as well.
Okay, and and you ask me any questions, like
and
if
I'll
unclear.
I have a few pertinent questions that need to be asked.
Very good.
Okay. All right. So in the spring of 2018. All right. When is spring?
When is spring? Like
we don't have that in Australia. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's like March, April, May, June, I think is the spring months here.
Okay. All right. So around March, April, I joined the online community of conservative-leaning comic book fans and creators referred to Comicsgate.
And right there, I think, is key. Conservatively, this guy wants it to be a political movement.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Okay.
Members of the community interact on Twitter and Facebook, as well as through YouTube live streams via Google Hangouts software. One of the YouTube live streams I watched and interacted with via YouTube's live text chat, not top text, but live text chat, was called War Campaign. So when is the summer?
The summer, well, that's like, July, August.
Okay. So during July, August of 2018, a member of, so this is say 2 months later, he's had a lovely interaction with you for 2 months.
Yeah, like he was a fan of the show. This guy was up in my DMs, like, Rogan
we'll get
notice
there.
me.
We'll get there. Let me ask these questions. Don't butt in. Yeah.
Oh, hold it now.
Right.
Okay. You ask the questions.
I ask the questions.
All right.
Otherwise, we'll be here all night.
No, that's true. It's a long gay ass report. Let's get through it.
Yeah. A member of the War Campaign who goes by the moniker Pan Boy Soy Child Dong Lover. I just love that this has made it into a legal document. Like, you could imagine them reading this over in the pre-trial conference.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah. In brackets, then at Lando Pan on Twitter, mentioned he lived near Portland. I was surprised to learn that a supposed conservative-leaning comic fan was near me and suggested through private Twitter DMs, direct messages, that we meet up. Is this like a hookup?
He was trying to, he claims he was trying to hook up with me. I think he was trying to dox me, but.
Okay. Okay. At the moment, it sounds like a bit of a sexual thing.
Yeah, he is kind of gay.
Right.
Allegedly, metaphorically.
Penboy responded that he was an hour away from Portland, towards the Oregon coast. I mentioned that I worked in the Willamette Valley on the weekends. And would be interested in meeting up out there sometime, if he was near there. I asked him if he was off Highway Blank or Highway Blank. He did not answer, so I assumed he didn't want to meet up.
Yeah, because you're trying to get gay with me, Matt Mertz. I mean, come on, bro. We just met.
Okay, so now he's getting a bit more specific. On August the 26th, 2018, I invited him to send me a friend request on Facebook by providing him my real name and Facebook URL, and also offered to make him a moderator on the Comicsgate page I just made on Facebook. He did not send me a friend request.
Yeah, I've never had a Facebook page. Don't do that shit. So.
All right. In case the chat's wondering, yes, it does sound like a lover spurn situation at the moment. All right. So now we've moved on to September. So this is about, 5 months since he's met you, and another.
He loved me long time.
Another 2 months since he's first asked you out on a date.
Right.
All right. So this is 2 months. 2 months after you've ignored him for 2 months now.
Mm-hmm.
In September of 2018, the war campaign invited Hispanic, capital H, science fiction author and comic writer John De La Rose onto their YouTube live stream. They treated John with great hostility, asking him to explain what the alt-right is and what ethno-states are, while questioning him about a minor business relationship he had with a publisher and author named Vox Day.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, the war campaign members go by the name Ro Kabir, Panboy, Get Hanzo, Praetorian, and I'm Not Tyler, took an hour-long conversation with John Delarose and clipped it into a 90-second segment that made John sound like he was a supporter of a white ethno-state and advocate for white nationalism.
We made him sound like that.
Do you have that 90-second clip?
No, I'm not exactly sure what clip he's talking about.
Come on, you know.
No, I don't actually. I mean, I could go back in the pan.
You're saying that no one in War Campaign knows what this 90-second clip is?
I doubt it. It was so long ago. And I'm pretty sure the account is struck so that video isn't on Twitter anymore. I probably do have the video somewhere, but I'm not sure which one it was.
You made so many abusive videos of John Delarose that you've lost track. Is that what you're trying to say?
Not abusive, just telling the truth on the guy. You know, that's the thing. Like, you put up people's own words, and it's like they look in the mirror and get scared.
Right. Okay. They then proceeded to repeatedly share this doctored audio clip on Twitter, tagging both fans and creators in the tweets in an attempt to damage John's career. Having gotten to know John a bit throughout the spring and summer, and having watched the War Campaign live stream the night before, I knew this was a ruthless smear campaign because I hadn't seen Panboy engaging in this very public attack on a member of our community. I assumed he was not in support of it.
Oh, so I wasn't attacking him. Okay.
No. A few days later, it was discovered that the head of War Campaign, Ro Kabir, had been having private conversations with a very vocal opponent of Comicsgate to dig up dirt on John Delarose. Private Twitter messages between Ro Kabir and the anti-Comicsgater had been leaked, which showed Ro talking about beheading John. It was very bizarre. Ro tearfully apologized to the community on a live stream, but not to John Delarose. Who was the anti-CG that Ro was conspiring with to take the head off John Delarose?
Oh, I don't think he was conspiring. I think he was just trying to pump this SJW for information because John Delarose did have a relationship with Renfamous.
Oh, this is Renfamous.
It's I forget exactly who it was, but I think it was someone that was involved with Renfamous, like someone from her troll crew.
Okay. All right. So Ro comes on and he's crying.
Yeah, he's apologizing. He says
he's crying and apologizing.
I did say metaphorically that I would, but he did. People said he was trying to threaten the guy, and you know how Ro talks. It's all hyperbole and metaphor and just
no. I don't know.
Gayness.
I don't know how Ro talks because I haven't seen him in about 2 months.
Well, when he says, I'm going to be
I invite him to come on and he just ignores me. My chat asks him to come on and he ignores them.
I think he's
he's busy.
done. He's done with all this bullshit, he wants to, do the right thing for Comicsgate. And that's, I guess, just shut his mouth and help get his book out at this time. So I think that's where he's coming from. So I got to give Ro a lot of credit for that because there's a lot of bullshit out there,
Mm-hmm. All right, let's give Ro credit.
Yeah.
Not
Hail
really.
the Gaylord.
Ro, what's wrong with you? Assuming that the trouble was over, and that Panboy was not involved directly with the attacks on John. I asked him if he wanted to join me at a famous home brewery in Portland called Dean Scene. Are you familiar with Dean
He's trying to
Scene?
get gay with me. No, I am not. It sounds like a gay bar.
It sounds like the Blue Oyster.
That's what I'm thinking. No thanks, bro.
Yeah.
To each his own, though.
This was on September the 21st, 2018. Okay, so this was okay. We don't know exactly. All right, so it's about 3 months since you first rejected him.
Right, and he
As
still
you can
keeps
see
coming
from
at me.
As you can see from the Twitter DMs I have provided, Panboy responded by telling me to bring your homie John Delarose. Let's have some fun. So you're suggesting a threesome here?
Yes, I was suggesting menage a trois at Dean Scene.
Okay. Not knowing John in the flesh, I responded that I thought he lived in San Jose.
He wants to know him in the flesh.
Panboy responded again that Portland is lame. From what I recall, I left it at that.
Portland is lame. Fuck Portland.
So your response was that Portland was lame. That's all you had to say to him.
It's basically
After,
like,
so
I'm
he's,
not
he's,
going
he's,
to Portland with you, is what I was
he's,
saying.
his gay invited you 3 times, and all you've had to say for him is, I want to root John, not you. And,
right.
And Portland is lame.
Bring John so I can give him a good banging. I'm not interested in you. Yeah, that's basically it.
That's it? Yeah. So just as long as we're on the right track here.
Yes.
All right. The public attacks on John Delarose continued. The war campaign would take tweets he'd made, then share them with their own narrative, continuing their attempt to attach this Hispanic capital H science fiction author to a white national movement. Panboy would try to convince me of John's allegiance to white nationalism, and I would rebut. But I warned him that going out of his way to hurt someone's career, and thus their family, makes them more likely to come back at you and those you care about. Panboy took this as a threat.
That was a weird statement. Yeah, that was a weird statement.
Panboy took this as a threat, writing, "Are you fucking threatening me, boy? Pussy, hey, fuck you." He then said, "When and where, pussy motherfucker? Where? Come on."
That's not exactly what
I can only assume that means we should pick a place to fight one another.
Yes.
That is what you meant.
I was just basically saying, you're pussy, basically.
So I was right in my translation.
Yeah. I forget exactly what I said, but the guy's talking about, what they, makes them more likely to come after your family. And I thought that was a strange escalation from just this internet argument to him saying, this could affect your family. So I didn't really like that. So I was like, yeah, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, motherfucker. Fucking
motherfucker.
Pussy, motherfucker. Come on, motherfucker, pussy.
Fat pussy. Because he's really
fat. I understand what was going on through your mind. Yep.
You understand it. You're a real man. You get it.
Yeah, I get it. I made it clear that I was not out to get him, and that I'd been trying for days to get everyone to be friends. That his conservative entertainment movement is only hurt by his and War Campaign's behavior. He continued over the next 2 weeks to try to convince me and everyone else in Comicsgate of John's white nationalist / alt-right leanings. I made it clear I didn't care about their nonsense by responding to him on October the 6th, 2018 with, maybe I just, I'm going to do his voice. So now I think of him as like a wrestler, right? So I think of him as like this really stupid wrestler.
Yes.
And who's writing in this beautifully poetic, verbose way. But then when you hear him talk in his tweets, it goes like this. Maybe I just don't give a shit and have much bigger fish to fry. I then asked Panboy later that night, why should I invest my time and emotions into that battle? What do I gain from that investment? He responded days later on October the 13th with, "Yet you keep running your mouth like a bitch, pussy bitch, motherfucker. Prove me wrong. Shut the fuck up, pussy bitch." I then told him that John had publicly disavowed white nationalism. I think that was on the live stream, but can't recall for sure. And that there was no reason for him, Panboy, to act like a tough guy behind his mask. His internet pseudonym. Panboy immediately turned aggressive again and jumped to violence, responding to me, "Bro, you want to meet up? Let's make it happen. You talk all this mask shit, but I've never seen your name or face, pussy motherfucker." Which was an oddly inaccurate statement, as I'd shared my name and Facebook profile with him 7 weeks earlier. Did you remember that?
What was it again?
You're not listening.
No, I'm reading the chat.
Right. I ignored the aggression and call to violence yet again. He's so reasonable.
Yeah.
And said I would love to meet up because I still liked him and the war campaign guys, despite their transgressions against John Delarose. I explained that this is what forgiveness is all about. This is in a fucking police report. You just have to remember that.
Yeah.
But the police are reading this going, what? What's going on again?
Yeah. They're going, this guy's retarded. Yeah.
All right. So another month has passed. As of October the 17th, Panboy and War Campaign were still trying to smear John Delarose's name, which John was rigorously trying to defend himself from. Rigorous defense from the rebut. At some point, John and I were tweeting with world-renowned comic book veteran Chuck Dixon, creator of Batman Villain Pain, when Panboy showed up in the Twitter thread to cause more trouble. At some point, he called one or both of us a jack-off, to which I responded, There's only one jack-off in here, little boy." Panboy immediately screen capped my response and sent it to me in a DM, once again jumping to violence by saying, "Let's settle this. Time and place, pussy." I brushed him off by asking, "What are we settling if you're a jerk-off or if John is a Hispanic white nationalist?" Panboy continued his demand for a violent encounter between us by stating, "I really just want to test out your pro wrestling skills on pavement, pussy." Note, I have worked for almost 15 years in the wrestling industry as a television producer, historian, and documentarian, including developing a Portland-based television show with Rowdy Roddy Piper and working for 6 years now with Brett the Hitman Hart's family on a podcast. For the third time, I brushed off his demand for a fight.
I like how he plugs his own shit. You know, he's like, "I know Roddy Piper."
And Chuck Dixon. You know who Chuck Dixon is. He
Of course,
co-created
Chuck Dixon.
Batman Villain Pain.
Yeah, well, he was
Officer
Chuck
Officer
Dixon's
Johnson.
D.
You know Chuck Dixon.
Yeah,
I'm a
you know,
good
this
guy.
guy's S-ing Chuck Dixon's D, you know, and he's going to put it in the police report.
Mm-hmm. Okay. At some point in late October, I responded to a person on Twitter asking what had happened to John Delarose. Oh no, so John disappeared without telling him goodbye. I thought they were good friends.
Oh, yeah, broke his heart.
I directly said, I watched War Campaign with John live and witnessed a few pussies. Oh, sorry, this is him talking. I watched War Campaign with John live and witnessed a few pussies trying to damage his career the next day. We call that gutless where I'm from. Once again, Panboy took a screenshot of my reply and sent it to me in a DM stating, "In person, let's meet up, time and place, pussy."
Yeah, I was basically like, "You're not going to say this to my face, so, you know, just shut up." That's basically what I was saying to the guy.
Right. Mr. Wonderful says, wrap it up. We've got a bit to go, Mr. Wonderful.
He'll stick around. He hates it, but he's gonna be here.
He's hate watching you at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I think it's either that.
But
or
I'm gonna give him.
a simp for you. He might
No.
be simping for
I'm gonna
Oz.
give him some slack because he's being tortured by Sketch at the moment as well.
Well, who isn't?
Well, you're not.
No, I don't give a shit what Sketch does.
I asked, why? I already tried to meet up with you, fool. You didn't want to come into Portland. He responded, when and where? Name it, pussy. Fucking fat pussy motherfucker. I said, well, I'm probably going to a movie in Portland on Saturday. But it will be late when it's over, so I doubt I'll be in the mood to do anything afterward. What the fuck?
So
Maybe
gay.
next weekend. What do you want to do? I'm not a big drinker. So he's hitting on you again.
Yes. This guy wants to, it's obvious. He's in love with me.
All right. Well, okay.
They all are.
Panboy answered with, I want you to call me a pussy to my face, pussy.
Talk dirty to me, Matt Mertz.
Tiring of this violent nonsense, I retorted with, oh, so you still want to play the tough guy when people won't submit to your will? How big and strong of you? He then stated, I'm going to hold you accountable. We had diminishing dialogue for the next hour or so about war campaign and other drama being brought into the Comicsgate community. Panboy stated that myself and John Delarose were extremist drama queens. I replied with, yeah, I'm so extreme for not demanding another person in their business relationship because I said so. We're going to have to change your Twitter handle to Simple Pan. A reference to a character in the Ben Stiller movie Tropic Thunder.
He's explaining movie references in a sworn statement to the courts.
So, which character is he talking about with Simple Pan?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that movie.
Does the chat know? I don't know who he's talking about, Simple Pan.
Am I like that? Am I like that character? I don't know.
Right. Good Deed Comics says Pan is a puss. Story checks out.
Wow. People are saying Simple Jack. Okay.
Oh, okay. That was the full retard that he played. Okay.
Yes,
Gotcha.
that's like me.
Yep.
In some ways.
Yeah. Okay. Where was I? Oh yes. Panboy's response to me was yet another ominous threat. Keep talking, idiot. You'll have your chance to back up everything you say. To my recollection, this is the last private interaction we have had to date. Well, that's a little bit sad.
Oh.
All right. Well, so all throughout Christmas and Thanksgiving, you didn't send him a single DM.
No, I don't think so. And that I think that hurt his heart.
Well, first his John Delarose leaves Twitter without telling him, and now you've not responded to him ever again.
Right? I mean, this guy's going to have a mental breakdown. Obviously, as you see coming up with the gun video.
Well, Chuck Dixon has probably stopped talking to him as well at this point.
Right? Chuck Dixon's like, this guy's a loony.
Shortly thereafter, Panboy ramped up his public harassment of me. On one particular day, he jumped into every public conversation I engaged in on Twitter from 11 a.m. to 5 a.m. the following morning. He was relentless in trying to drive wedges between myself and other members of the community. It finally got to the point where I said that I would meet him in person if he would simply provide a photograph of himself.
Now he wants a picture to jack off to.
There's a lot of people that want your picture.
Yeah, they do. And they, you got dogs out there that just are in love with me, that stare at my picture. You got this guy trying to get a photograph so he can, put it next to a bouquet of flowers on his nightstand.
Are you a good-looking guy? Like,
I like to think so. My
Right.
wife thinks so.
okay, so you think you're a good-looking guy, so
I'm a handsome
we're usually the
man.
best judge of this ourselves.
I'm a handsome man. Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, fair enough then. Keep in mind, I still did not know his real name, where he lived, what he looked like, what he had for breakfast, whether he liked long walks on the beach. He was a faceless person somewhere between Portland and the Oregon coast, whom I had tried repeatedly to be friends with, and who was now engaged in trying to make my experiences online and within the comic book community as miserable as possible. Is that true?
No. I mean, I didn't give a shit about this guy. As you can see, he's a drama queen.
It was when I finally started demanding to see his face that he worked with his war campaign partner Praetorian to threaten to come to my home. So, just a question here. So he's on Twitter on this day from 11 a.m. to 5 a.m. So what is that?
That's what he says. That's what he says. Yeah, because he said I
This is
jumped into
12,
every one of his threads, which I don't remember
13.
doing.
So he's been on Twitter 18 hours straight. And during this 18 hours, you have been going into every Twitter engagement and posting nasty comments for 18 hours.
That's what he claims. And
and what do you claim?
I claim that didn't happen. And I mean, the guy's a drama queen, obviously.
Okay. Fake news? We're going to call fake news on that?
Fake news 100%. I mean, come on. Went into every one of your threads. Obviously, he's exaggerating.
Well, what about most of them? Or at least...
or most of them, whatever he says. It was,
a large
it was
amount.
not accurate. No.
Not accurate? That's not accurate.
No.
Okay.
Let's see the receipts on that, Matt Merz.
Mm-hmm. Panboy ominously tweeted to me that it's coming. On November 2nd, he replied directly to me that I should get ready.
Oh.
I responded that a dog on a leash is nothing to fear. A little boy terrified to show his face and stand behind his own words is a pathetic creature indeed. 1 minute later, Praetorian showed up in the thread and replied with the name of my longtime hometown, Vancouver. What is that? What's WA? Washington?
Yes, Washington State.
Where I had been living the previous year, though they didn't know that I'd recently moved to Kalama, approximately 12 months earlier. A couple of minutes after that, Praetorian then wrote, and there's this one radio station around that area which is pretty badass too. As we had not been talking about the radio in any way, I could only take this as a reference to 101.1 FM Kufo, a radio station in Portland where I had produced a segment for a couple of years. I saw this as letting me know that they knew who I was, where I lived, and where I worked, probably from a resume posted on LinkedIn. A few minutes later, Panboy tweeted at me, "What are you going to say when I'm on your doorstep, pussy?"
I don't think I said pussy that time. But
No. Okay, what are you going to do when I'm on your doorstep?
Right.
Right.
It's basically the same thing I had been telling him. Like, look, you wouldn't say this to my face. You talk a big game on the internet, but you wouldn't talk like another man to this in real life.
Okay. So it seems like Praetorian is causing a few issues here.
Well, he's a fucking troll. Everybody knows Praetorian was always stirring shit up. So yeah, no surprise.
Was he in Panama at this stage of the relationship?
No, this was before the Panama stage. Yeah, this is one of the things that got him sent to Panama, probably.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, here we go. Hope you're not watching, Ethan. My first instinct was to reach out to a big name in the Comicsgate community, Ethan Van Sciver.
Yeah.
And let him know what had happened.
Because this guy hounded him for months. And Ethan was good enough to go on this guy's channel and talk with him and try and talk sense into the guy, but the dude was just a nut and had this vendetta against War Campaign. Okay.
Right. As he had been extremely friendly with War Campaign and promoted them on his popular YouTube live streams, I guess I was hoping he would tell them to back off of his fans. I'd be buying Ethan's books since he got his start in the 90s. Instead, he told me that I should take a break from Twitter.
Right.
Many creators
Good
and fans
advice.
who have subsequently been harassed and libeled for... I mean, that is good advice.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan was like, "Bro, you're losing your marbles," you know. And I think this was after the gun video. So Ethan had seen that, you know, all at Comicsgate had seen that, and we're like, "Whoa, bro, maybe get off the internet for a while."
Yes, so Mrs. Dong Lover says this is after the gun video.
Correct.
So he's not winning any fans.
He was crying to Ethan. He was like, "Oh, but War Campaign is so mean, Ethan. Why won't you do anything? Why won't you police your fans, Ethan?" That's what he was doing.
Right. Okay.
When it's
So
like, you know, Ethan probably didn't know what the fuck was going on, and like, you know, and but I know, well, he knew what was going on in that he knew Vox Day was trying to enter Comicsgate, and he knew that a lot of people didn't want that. I don't think Ethan wanted that, and we were out there trying to call attention to that. Is what we were doing.
All right.
And it's what Mertz had a problem with.
So he says that, all right, after harassment and, what did he call it, libelous comments or something, for months by War Campaign, have come to the conclusion that Ethan supports and possibly dictates their behavior because it increases his control over the community and thus the hundreds of thousands of dollars within the community. Millions of dollars. Millions. Not hundreds of thousands, millions.
There he reveals what his ultimate goal is. And it's not necessarily to charge me with cyber stalking because he's afraid. He wants to get a conviction on me so that he can then say, well, Ethan Van Sciver's leading a harassment campaign and they're criminals. That's what this was all about, was trying to pin this bullshit to Ethan Van Sciver so that him and maybe a group of other, cucks could sue him. That's what this was all about. I think people need to recognize that.
Ethan does seem to be the source of all problems.
Well, he's he's loved by many and disliked by many too, I suppose.
When Ethan ignored the violent threats from what he has referred to as his war campaign, I knew I was on my own. I couldn't exactly call the police and say, a man who I didn't know, going by the name Panboy Swordchild Dong Lover, threatened to come to my home because I wouldn't support him libeling a comic book creator. Without a name or a fixed location, I knew I would be told, well, call us if he shows up. Because of the constant aggression, demands for violence, and propinquity to myself. I've got to look that word up. Propinquity. Has anyone heard of that word before?
He's trying to impress the courts with his vocabulary, his vernacular.
State of being close to someone or something. It's just proximity. Why would you use propinquity if proximity is just another word?
He wants to be flowery with his language.
Okay. If I had been a guy in Texas or Vermont or Detroit, I would have brushed it off. It wasn't, though. It was a man who I couldn't identify, who lived roughly 2 hours from me, who could follow me around my town without me knowing it and attack me from behind when he saw the opportunity.
I think he wanted to attack me from behind.
You are a cowardly bastard, man. He's a bottom. Because of all these factors, I decided that the best course of action for myself was to respond to his threat with a video showing him the gun that might greet him if he chose to show up on my porch without an invitation.
Good move.
In the hopes that it would spook him enough to keep him from coming anywhere near me.
It made a lot of people laugh, is what it did.
Panboy and the war campaign used the opportunity to have my Twitter account permanently suspended.
That's
Which he and
not
war
actually
came
why he
leader
got
Rokabir
suspended.
have publicly gloated about.
No, that's not why he got suspended. I think I don't think the gun video got him suspended. It was like his tirade afterwards because he, there was backlash to it where people were like, whoa, bro, what the fuck is that stupid gun video about? And he's like, what's your address? Want to fight me? What's your address? And he was just talking shit to everybody in Comicsgate, asking them what their address was and just trying to fight everybody. He literally had a mental breakdown and went nuts on Twitter. And I think that's what got him banned, not actually the gun video.
Allegedly. In late December or early January, Rokabir also made a veiled threat to swat me if I refused to disappear, saying that the next step for me was going to be law enforcement if I didn't forget about the war campaign.
That's complete bullshit too. What happened, and we have, we showed the actual video of it on our show D Live last Wednesday, so you could go judge for yourself. But what he said is, Rose, look, bro, you just need to forget about the war campaign. We don't care about you. You just need to move on. He said a phrase like, you need to put on some peaceful music, close your door, and forget about the war campaign or something like that. And somehow Mertz took it as a swatting threat. I don't know where he got that idea from that phrase, but anyway, he put it in the police report because he's crazy.
Right, allegedly.
Yeah. And you can go find the video for yourself. It's out there.
No, thanks. Rokabir also used the personal information I gave to Panboy in August of 2018 to dox my name to their live stream listeners on YouTube, all of whom seem just as fanatical in their cult-like behavior. Did you dox him?
No. No. I've never doxed anybody. War Campaign has never doxed anybody. People say it all the time, yet there's no proof out there, none, because it's never happened. So everybody in the chat,
to be fair to you, this is 6 months or something after he's given you his name and address, and it hasn't come out yet.
Right. I mean, I didn't put his name and address out there, and if you look, it's on his testosterone channel. Overload channel openly. So this guy had put his own information out there. I never used it against him. I mean, so I don't know what the fuck the guy's talking about.
Did you redact this document?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you a very specific question here.
Yeah.
I attempted to put all this drama behind us in early January. I spoke to Panboy briefly on a YouTube live stream. He screamed at me, calling me a fucking faggot.
No, I called him a baguette. A baguette.
Well, that's not what's written here.
No, yeah. No, that's true, actually.
Mm-hmm. Why did you redact that word?
Because we're going to show it on stream, and I don't want to offend any baguettes out there.
Okay. It's not you that's offending them, though. It's him, right?
Well, no, because I did call him that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
You can use the word. We are not going to be banned from YouTube for you reporting on your word usage.
Well, it's just a word that I don't like to necessarily use. So.
Okay.
But I did.
So
you're
somewhat sorry for your use of this term.
No.
No?
No. It's just not something that I'm going to do frequently on the internet.
Right. But you're sensitive enough to it that you've redacted it.
Right.
Okay. And dared me to come to his house. He has since spun a narrative that I threatened his family because I once said that I could have used my contacts in the wrestling industry to help his daughter's MMA career when she was old enough to begin with, but he screwed that up.
Yeah, weird statement. Like what?
You don't have any
why-
children, Pan.
Well, I do. And why is he talking about my kid? Like that was just weird, you know. It was
How is he aware of your
weird.
daughter's MMA career?
Because he's a doxer. Well, she doesn't have an MMA career. But he's aware of my daughter because the guy's a doxer.
Right. Okay. Okay. In this past month, August of 2019, so this is a year and a half later now, I had Praetorian, real name Richard Davidson, reach out to me to apologize. August 2019, what happened then?
I don't know. I guess Praetorian, he had been in Panama and he had threatened a blackmail war campaign. And we're basically like, well, you're a cuck. You go fuck
Is this
yourself.
after the Risey leaks?
No, this is way before that. Yeah.
God.
This is way before that.
Before that.
This was I don't know, it was some stupid
much
out
happened.
of context DMs that Praetorian had that he wanted to blackmail war campaign with. I forget exactly the content, but it was just dumb shit. But anyway, yeah, so we had told him to get lost. Right. And then I guess he went and started like apologizing to all those anti-CG people. Like he's like, I'm sorry, Sashi. I'm so sorry that I was mean to you on the internet.
Okay. All right.
You know,
Sashi.
so
right.
and then he got in contact with Matt Mertz and they, you know, posted pictures of them having drinks together at some you know, what looked to be a gay bar. You know, so
Dean's Shack or whatever it was.
it might have been.
Okay.
Allegedly, metaphorically, yes.
He also told me that Panboy was serious about coming to my home, even after I told him he'd be greeted with a gun. Okay. So Praetorian was aware of your real intentions.
Well, no, he was just trying to stir up shit, as always, you know.
Okay. Despite not having been on Twitter for 9 months. Wow, well, good for you, Mertz. Panboy and members of the war campaign still talk about me almost daily. Continue to smear my name and my brand, harass me, damage my ability to work with other comic creators, and attempt to financially harm any project or person I'm associated with. Furthermore, Panboy, or someone associated with him, recently accessed photos set to private on my Facebook account, and Panboy is now photoshopping my face into memes he's created and posted to Twitter that are designed to damage myself and other creators/fans who the war campaign has chosen to target, including repeatedly using my likeness and my Crypto Comics logo to promote. This is the longest.
Now, there's a lot of bullshit in there. First
off, I believe
never
all
went
of
to
that. No, I believe everything you said just there.
First off, I never went to his Facebook page, so that's complete bullshit. You know, second, we're damaging your career. You're the one that said you wanted to use Indiegogo creators' backer info to dox people. You damaged your own career, buddy. You're the one waving guns around like a nut. You damaged your own career. So, you know, not going to hold up in court, and it didn't.
Right. What was this, 6 of 8? Where are we up to? Jesus Christ.
I know, man. It's a whole lot of crap. This guy wrote a whole freaking gay story for the cops.
Okay, yep. Here we are.
Okay.
Yep. 5 of 8. Hang on a sec. We're on this one. Matthew Fowler says... Okay, we'll get back to that, Matthew. Welcome to the show, Matthew. I didn't see you the other day. Okay, so his sentence is still going on. Their war campaign brand. So basically, you're copying dongs or copying his picture onto things to sell war campaign. Their new comic book Vestige and have even photoshopped my face onto nude men and onto a person being anally violated.
Now, I never did that, so I don't know why he's putting that in the police report.
Because he says, or someone you know.
Oh, of course. It's always like that. You know, someone does something and then all of War Campaign gets blamed for it. Where have we heard this before?
Finding a way to deceive me to gain access to my private Facebook photos, which I set to private specifically because of this man's constant harassment of myself and others, was the last straw.
Weird claim.
It causes me to be concerned for my family's physical well-being that this man is so obsessed with me that he looked at photos of my family and commented about the children in them on Twitter, saying that the children in my family are not mine, that they are probably my sisters.
It's because what he would say
shush.
He would be like,
shush.
I have to protect my family
shush.
from you. And I was like, bro, you don't
Shut
even
up.
have kids.
Shut up. I'm not talking to you.
You're talking about
saying
my
that
shit.
The children in my family are not mine, that they are probably my sisters. Note, I don't have a sister. This was just speculation on this creep's part.
Right. Yeah.
I, for one, find it amusing that you said that they weren't his children.
Well, you know this guy's not having any kids. I mean, it was obvious. You don't have to do any research on the guy to know that he's a fucking incel. I mean, come on.
I have also provided as evidence a video clip from a War Campaign live stream from roughly April of 2019, where Panboy was directly questioned about threatening to come to my home. He admits to it, while also claiming I was questioning his manhood for weeks prior to his threat, even though it is 6 months after his threat to come to my home. He also states that he still wants to assault me and will gladly do so if anyone wants to make it happen. It seems to be a lot of selective editing in that that statement just there, so I'm not going to delve into that too much. But that's pretty funny that he was questioning your manhood.
After I think he wanted to touch my manhood.
Well, he was questioning your manhood, and when it was going to arrive at Dean's bar. After these repeated violations of my private areas, the constant libeling and harassment, the use of my face and brand in a negative light to promote their product as the alternative, I've had enough. I've done my best to ignore the constant barrage of digital attacks that have undoubtedly caused me financial harm, damaged my reputation within the comic book industry, and left me having to literally watch my back in the most physical sense for the past year. In the past 30 days alone, Panboy has cast me in a negative light on his Twitter page and the War Campaign YouTube channel over 40 times.
What?
Is this true, Panboy?
I don't think
know?
so. I think he's exaggerating.
It's a pretty specific amount.
But he has no actual evidence.
No, it's true. But,
this guy says a lot of stuff.
Okay, you vigorously deny, or I'm not aware.
What is he
Honor.
talking about? Like he's just making a lot of assumptions and just talking a lot of bullshit. The guy got memed. The guy got memed. And he's
so you have to remember,
Pan,
that I'm familiar with your lack of character. So there's a certain amount of
lack
weight
of
that
character.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, you're not exactly a stand-up guy.
How so? Let's get specific.
This does not include posts he may have deleted that I did not screenshot
How
soon
am I
enough
not a stand-up
and
guy?
add to the archive I have
time.
shared with legal authorities. I want to see that
got my
archive.
brother's back. I don't rat motherfuckers out. How am I not a stand-up guy? I'd like you to explain that.
Look, he's doing the explaining for me.
Oh,
Pan, you have made it very clear in multiple tweets that you are profiting financially from other people's misery.
How?
And that you and War Campaign have some sort of working relationship with Ethan Van Sciver, who, according to you, has the ability to call off War Campaign at will.
This guy's crazy. He's crazy.
Hmm.
I mean, this is the conspiracy. This is the anti-CG type of thinking where everything's a conspiracy to them.
Just because you're paranoid, it doesn't mean that people aren't watching you.
This guy's paranoid.
I don't think Ethan could be ever be paranoid because people are always talking about him and looking at him. Imagine just being there drawing a frog book and this guy is determined that Ethan is putting his face on anal porn.
Right.
Mm.
Right. Ethan doesn't even meme.
Mm. Despite Comicsgate being about comics and entertainment, it sure feels to most of us who are their targets that these weirdos are close to violating RICO statutes, where they will protect you from themselves if you buy their product.
Did he
and
say
Ethan's
RICO?
product.
RICO?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
The irony is that in order to get their products through Indiegogo's crowdfunding platform, you have to give them your name and address, which opens you up for even more direct harassment. Here's a hot tip, guys. If you don't want to give your name and address to Indiegogo, you don't have to. Yeah? If you have a friend or relative, anyone you like, you can give their name and address.
Well, and it's just dumb. Like no good business person is going to harass their paying customers. I mean, this is just stupid. So,
former war campaign members have gone as far to say that behind the scenes, Ethan Van Sciver acts like James Gandolfini in the Sopranos television show.
this is a sworn statement in a police report. Going to the courts as evidence?
Bring the women to me. Bring me the women. First you get the sugar, then you get the money.
HBO
Then you get the women.
Holy fuck, this guy's nuts.
As mentioned previously, numerous fans and creators who have been publicly targeted by both War Campaign and Ethan himself believe Mr. Van Sciver dictates and or encourages these targeted attacks.
Oh, criminal. These are criminal.
Wow.
Ethan leading a criminal army. Holy shit.
Against RICO statutes.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what's going to bring him down.
You buy my book, and I make sure nothing happens to you.
Right, like The Godfather.
Yeah.
Like
you come to me on this day that my book is being launched, knowing that I cannot refuse the favor.
Yeah, see, that's what this guy was saying. I mean, he literally says it right there. I mean, is that not the craziest shit you've ever fucking heard a grown man put into a police report? I
haven't well-read users one yet, so I cannot comment.
Holy shit, his is probably just as gay.
I don't know. I've got to get him on, and when he gets a little bit closer. Early in the summer of 2019. Okay, summer again is July, August. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Panboy shared a photograph on his new Twitter account of his home property at the Soy Child on Twitter. His @Lando Pan account and other subsequent alt accounts were permanently banned from Twitter earlier in the year, but he has averted the ban by using either a burner phone or a VPN.
Holy shit, this guy is like he's really, doing his homework. Wow.
He has confirmed
he's not a stalker or anything, though. He's not the stalker.
He resides near Blank, Oregon. Elsewhere in Twitter threads where he has told random comic book fans to meet him in Blank Park to fight if they don't like him or War Campaign. All right. Now, Pan, you seem like a reasonably intelligent person.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Why did you post a picture of your house on Twitter and ask people to come fight you in the park near the house?
No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. No. I posted a picture of it was like a nice day out, and I was like taking a picture of like the yard or something. like that. I wasn't posting it to be like, come fight me. That's not what happened. So.
No. But you did post a picture of your house, and then separately you said, "Come find me at this park."
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen. No.
No, you categorically deny that.
Not that I remember.
I do not recall, Your Honor.
Right. I plead the fifth.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. Where are we here? Matthew Fowler wants to know: was it Baguette Park?
It should be.
Mrs. Dong Lover, who should be on here with you to help you with your memory, says he never posted a picture of our house.
Right.
But Mrs. Dong Lover, he just said that he did.
It was a picture of the yard and not the house.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't actually my house.
Whose house was it?
But Mertz assumed it was.
Right. Okay. All right. So you shared a picture of not your house, but then you did name a park, supposedly, which you deny.
Allegedly, metaphorically.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Using what I know about him and the photograph with identifiable locations in it, myself and some friends spent a couple of evenings using Google Maps to find a property in or near blank that matched the photograph he'd uploaded of his home/property. After finding a match, I searched the address on Google and discovered that Panboy's real name is blank, that he is blank years old and lives with his parents at blank, Oregon. His sister's name also appeared on the Google search for that address. Not finding a blank on Facebook to help substantiate that he was Panboy, I turned to his sister blank Facebook account. In her public photos was a picture of herself with a man she named as her brother blank. In her public videos was a video that clearly showed the same property Panboy had posted, easily identifiable by the large 2 on a door of the blue roof shop structure.
Yeah, somewhere in here he's lying, because there's no way that he found. There's no way he found out who I am by a Google image. Okay, so what he claims is there's a picture of a house. There was not a picture of a house. It was a picture of like a tool shed and a yard, and then he says that he identified from the ground level. So it's like a ground level photo. He says he identified this property from Google Maps, which is like an aerial view. Not happening. Impossible. So I'm somewhere along the line, he carried out his plan of getting Indiegogo backer info to dox me. And that's how he found out. So
Sketch, if you want to come on the show and swear at me and Pan and Mrs. Dong Lover, feel free. You don't.
No, that's not Sketch. That's the fuzz.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure the fuzz isn't Sketch?
No, I know 100%. Yeah.
You sound like Sketch, Fuzz. How Sketch? The Fuzz says, "Who should be on air with him? Go fuck yourself, Oz."
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you said
one of your friends,
a stand-up guy, but yet you couldn't provide any evidence of where I've, not been a stand-up guy. So, okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
Oh, you don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize to me.
I will always apologize. Sorry, Fuzz. Not Sketch, you dumb fuck Oz.
No, it's not Sketch.
Okay.
I don't think he's a big fan of Sketch at all. Not many people are.
I like Sketch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sketch has a certain je ne sais, what is it? Je ne sais quoi?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I informed some of the other people who have been regularly harassed by Mr. Black for the past year that I had identified him. After reviewing his timeline and seeing that he was clearly obsessing over me
So basically, he
on a
says he
daily
gave my
basis,
docs out.
I spoke with a lawyer. So after he obsessively stalked you with his friends and located your geolocation,
Yep.
he reviewed your timeline and saw that you were obsessing over him on a daily basis.
Right. Not as obsessive as to stalk and dox his whole family though. So
the time has come to involve the authorities in the hopes of pressing criminal charges and retaining a stalking order before pursuing civil action against Mr. Black. War Campaign Comics, is that a thing? And its officers.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All of this was over comic books. Myself and numerous other individuals have been turned into antagonists for a YouTube show called War Campaign. We have been harassed, ridiculed, demeaned, financially damaged, and threatened with physical violence so that Black Row could be a Black, and a few other people could build their businesses on our backs. On our backs. On my back. Pretending their war campaign is there to protect Comicsgate fans and creators from those of us they've labeled anti-Comicsgate. We've since learned that you're not here to protect Comicsgate and fans and creators at all.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, did we ever? I think we've done a lot for Comicsgate. We battle the SJWs and the anti-CG Vicky dogs. I don't see that stopping. I think that's going to continue to happen. So whether or not that's I don't know what he's describing there. I don't know. The guy's crazy, obviously.
Mr. Black and the rest of their cult-like businesses. Who is he talking about here with this Blackety Black? He's put people's real names, but who are they? Who do we know them as?
Let's see. Which part of the document is
So
it?
we are being threatened with physical violence so that Blankety Blank, Rokebeer, Blankety Blank, and a few other people could build their businesses on our backs.
He might have given like Rose like full name or something, and I just blanked it out just because,
Yeah, but there's another 3 names blanked out here.
I'm not sure. I can't remember it. I'm sure one of them.
I do not
was my
recall,
name.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Mr. Black and the rest of their cult-like business associates have made it clear that the best way fans can pay them back for their protection is to buy their product, the comic book Vestige, which they raised over $50,000 for on Indiegogo. Mr. Black has admitted as much in his tweets over the past few months. Mr. Black has even taken photos of me holding the comic book I wrote and replaced it with War Campaign's comic. Violating not only the copyright held on those pictures, but also my likeness rights.
What is he talking about?
To know that I have been smeared so relentlessly and ruthlessly and had my physical well-being threatened so that some guys I tried to be friends with and could profit from it disgusts me to no end. It disgusts him to no end. He's disgusted to no end.
Yeah, we memed him holding Vestige,
Disgusted to no end.
Oh, the slander.
Despite having nearly 25,000 followers between YouTube and Facebook, please subscribe. I have never had an experience even remotely close to this. I have met numerous friends through the internet and through the Comicsgate community. The last year has been a nightmare where I have been prepared for a stranger to show up at my house at any time, night or day. Like many other people who are part of Comicsgate, I have not been allowed to walk away. War Campaign is Scientology for comic books. If you dare speak the truth about your experience, they will hound you to the ends of the earth. They will damage your personal name and your business. It doesn't matter how much you ignore it. You're forced to be a character in their video productions and their promotions.
Why is this guy talking about war campaign? I thought this was a case against me. I mean, what the fuck, bro?
I have had to live in a state of constant preparedness for physical violence. I have had to try to rebuild my reputation with fans and creators one person at a time because of the smears Mr. Black and his partners have engaged in.
Good
Myself and my business associates have had to defend our projects from thee. Now, that's where it ends because you've not given me page 7.
Is it not on there?
No.
I thought I had given that to you.
From thee. And then, well, actually, no, you did give me page 7 of 8, but it looks like it's being cropped.
Let's see. Does it have the continuation of that that paragraph?
Yeah, so let me have a look.
It should.
IMO should be the next one. So this one says page 7 of 8, but the prior one
I think that's a continuation, isn't it? It should be.
Well, no, it says, myself and my business associates have had to defend our projects from thee, and this says my own social media information is as follows. Are you trying to leave something out which is damning to your case?
No, it's not damn. I don't think I must not have sent that page, but no, nothing is damning to the case because the criminal case was basically thrown out.
Oh, we haven't got there yet. There are other targets of Mr. Black, Mr. Van Skyver, and the war campaign who have offered to share their experience so that the full scope of this massive harassment campaign is easier to understand. Others, like Dr. Tim Lim, are still not prepared to speak out, as it means going from being a target once a week to being a target daily.
Oh my God. This guy's a fucking drama queen.
I am sure there are experiences and interactions I have failed to mention, but it is not in an attempt to deceive. Trying to keep a year of negativity straight in one's head is tricky. I have relied on the few screenshots I've kept to help me chart a course through this insanity. All I wanted to do was write a few comic books and try to sell the IPs to a Hollywood studio. What I've gotten has been far from it, and with no end in sight. Hopefully, the law can bring that end about in a timely manner. So,
let's look at some of the evidence. He did have evidence. I mean, he had a lot of really gay language and allegations, accusations, conspiracy theories, comparisons to HBO mafia shows. But let's see some evidence. What is he? He must have something hard hitting, right?
Let's have a look. Whoops. Just how Pan wouldn't release the DMs because it somehow made him and Ro look so much worse.
What DMs are we talking? We talking about the ultimatum DMs?
I don't know.
Jesus. Yeah.
Berserk Guts says you are protecting EVS though.
Well, no, I don't know if I'm protecting EVS. I'm letting people know that this guy, Matt Mertz, city councilman, Crypto Comics, went to the law and tried to say that EVS was leading some RICO Act violating conspiracy. That's what I'm saying. That this guy is crazy. I don't think I'm protecting EVS. I'm just telling the truth about the situation and giving you evidence to anti-CG's master plan.
So, okay. So this was his motion. This was the dismissal of his motion and amending it. So they agreed upon by you,
right?
That they will amend the criminal charge cyberstalking to the infraction of littering, with a fine of $400.
So I was littering memes on the internet. I mean, how could I not take that deal? That's a great meme all in itself. So I'll gladly be asked $400. Can you zoom in on that where it says the fine to be Zoom in on that right there. Yeah. The
court, having considered the motion for amendment and the affidavit of the defense attorney, grants the motion to amend the criminal charge of cyberstalking to the infraction littering under RCW blah with a fine of $400. The fine must be paid within 60 days of the date entered below. What happens if you don't pay the fine?
Well, I don't know. Read the next line.
There is no next line. It is hereby ordered that the charge be amended and fine to be asked.
It says the fine needs to be asked.
You're going to have to meet him at Dean's Bar and Grill. The fine has to be asked. It can't be paid.
Must be asked. Is this not the craziest bullshit you ever fucking seen? I mean, come on. So, I'm the first man that's ever been fined for littering memes on the internet. I will take that historical distinction. Hail War Campaign. Hail Comicsgate.
Why do you think that they chose littering as a infraction?
Basically, they needed to get some money out of this. Matt Mertz, city councilman, Matt Mertz, Crypto Comics, had wasted so much taxpayer money that the city, needed to get some money back. So they're like, all right, let's offer this dude a deal he can't refuse. Basically, is either that or go to trial and spend a bunch more money and, have it get thrown out as it would have. But, how could I not pass up the littering? I mean, it's a great meme,
To be honest,
memes.
I would have gone all the way, baby.
You would have gone all the way? I mean, I considered it. I mean, I did want to really just fucking put the screws to this guy in front of a courtroom. Actually, I wanted people to say Panboy Lando Soychild Dong Lover in a courtroom.
That's what I would love to have recorded.
Right? That would have been cool. But, I just couldn't pass this up.
Right. Okay. All right. So I don't know whether I should show any of these memes because normally we have men of sex in the audience yelling at me to show the memes.
Right.
And I also have Dark Griff Comics yelling at me to show the memes.
It's official state's evidence. I mean, you need to show it. Show what got this guy all crazy enough to go to the law.
If these people aren't manly enough to appear in my comments section, I'm not sure I should reward them with memes.
But why would it be rewarding them? Memes are a joy for everybody.
Well, okay.
People want to see the evidence.
Yeah, I guess it's state's evidence. I can't refuse the state's evidence.
Right. This was actually part of the court case, so let's see it.
I don't know why War Campaign is so fearful of me. All right.
Are they?
Apparently so. Pan, most dangerous. Am I still zoomed in? Hang on a sec.
Yes.
Live with At White Holiday. Bleeding Fool. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a meme. It's like
all right. So this is a meme. Yes, we're aware of what memes are. Okay, so we've got him here. He's got a Jack show or something.
No, that's Black. That's
Black.
Kwanzer's, one of Kwanzer's comics.
Okay.
Goofball SJW.
And he's saying, "Oh my God!" So that's Mertz there,
right?
And who's been knocked out on the ground?
I think that's that one cuck Rumble Terrier. I think
Rumble Terrier. Okay, and Ethan is there counting him out.
Yes,
we've got Roe who has knocked him out, and who's this guy yelling?
That's Doug to Naple.
Right.
I think
And
he's like the
Mark
doctor.
Wade there behind there, is that right?
Mark Wade. Yes.
Mark Wade was the umpire.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Interesting.
that was a meme that was entered in to the court, and this is somehow, according to Matt Mertz, a criminal meme.
Well, yeah, this is what he's entered, isn't it? So this is
Mhm.
obviously one that's affected him the most.
Mm-hmm. He liked that one or hated it. I don't know.
Okay. What's this one? This is the next one he had. Photos of items for case. No more memes, please. Crypto comics.
Hashtag blame war campaign. And as you can see, that's like a South Park character that looks just like the guy.
Yeah. And who's this? What have we got here? We've
That's
got
Sashi.
That's Sashi
Yeah.
in real life, or
I think so. I think
Okay.
that's an image of Sashi, if I remember correctly.
and that is him down there being like pointed at or something. He's naked on the floor.
He likes it down there.
Okay.
Allegedly metaphorically in a meme.
And we had a bit of Dirtworm Doug there as well, and some
Mm-hmm.
little,
Yeah, Doug
little
was in a
dirt.
lot of memes back then.
How come he hasn't taken you to court?
I don't know. I guess because he's not that stupid. Like Doug's like, he has better shit to do, I guess.
Okay, so now we have Edwin Boyette,
Yeah.
who's currently suing me.
Is he gonna sue you for real?
Yep.
What? What did you
Yeah.
do? Well, you
I
probably don't wanna go
had
into it
some
too deeply,
people on
but-
my panel, and they called him Methwin, and
And he's gonna
he's-
sue you now for that.
he's going to sue me because people did that.
That's ridiculous. Holy shit.
I know. So he's in a ball pit. What does this mean?
That was from...
And why is there a cop here? What? Explain this to me.
Okay, so it says stop the memes now. Hashtag blame war campaign. Well, you can see City Councilman Matt Mertz really did want the memes to stop enough so to press criminal charges. Well, he's in a ball pit. That's from that symbolizes that he got his balls blown off. There was an episode of War Campaign where we talked about this this vasectomy doctor, and his technique was he would basically blow one of your nuts off with a what was like a bicycle pump. And anyway, he's world-renowned vasectomy doctor with this technique. And it was an allusion to that episode of War Campaign. And then you have Edwin Boyette as a police officer because he was the meme police. If you remember the Soylent Witch Trials 1.0,
Don't
he wanted to
talk
stop
about
the memes.
fudge.
Don't tell about fudge. That's right.
Those were the good old days.
Those were the good old days. You had Edwin, don't tell about fudge. Terry, stop typing. Hail Terry.
And this is the last one that he's submitted.
Yeah, there were more, but I just picked some of the better ones.
Okay.
But and here you go. I guess, Roe should probably press criminal charges against me because he was in this meme. So Roe...
31 Days of Dick.
Yeah, that's that was to commemorate John De La Rose when he was known for doxing people.
Right. Now, and
Allegedly,
so
metaphorically.
you've got him with the black cap on, and he's riding a mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got Mertz down here with his eyes closed. You've got Sashi with Nurkish makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
Can't quite make out who's the drawing
That's
on in the back.
character from Kwanzaa's Black.
Got you. Who's the chick over on the right here?
I don't know who that is. I can't
And
really
then-
see it. I don't remember.
Is that EVS here in the front with the
No,
wheel?
that's Edwin Boyette, your favorite
Oh.
guy.
My apologies. I couldn't tell with the interesting hair and sunglasses.
Right.
Mm.
But yeah, official evidence right there.
Okay. What is it with Sashi and the Nurkish makeup? What's the story there?
I guess she's a big Nurkish fan. They had this thing where they would all wear makeup or, I don't know. And they wanted to call War Campaign a cult.
Okay. Yeah, odds didn't do anything. Yeah, please don't sue me.
Yeah, that's, I'd like to say I find it hard to believe, but I don't.
What's that?
That
What's
you're getting sued by Edwin.
Yeah. Well, obviously you're aware that this can happen.
It can happen. Is he actually going to file the papers on it, or have you received anything or been notified by his lawyer?
He's getting them drawn up by his lawyer as we speak, and he's planning on... See, here's the problem, Pan. Ethan Van Sciver was on my show that night.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, Ethan has brought Comicsgate to its knees.
Did Ethan call him Methwin that night on your show?
I don't know. I haven't checked the record, but I do know. That he's getting a cease and desist as well as two other people that were on the panel.
Wow.
So all four
Ethan's
of us
getting a cease and desist from Methwin.
Yes.
Oh my God! I just called him Methwin. Don't sue me, Edwin.
Oh look, we do have one more campaign in here. Hi, Testy. How are you?
Hell no, that's not testify.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Who's
that's
that then?
Otherwise known as Delta Spurg Force. Hail, brother.
Oh, Delta Spurg Force.
Mm-hmm.
It's really strange because he sent me a DM from bloody... He must have been asked to send one to me from Testy. He sent me a link to his Testify's channel.
Oh, I think he's on his show sometimes. I think.
Okay.
He goes on the show with them. I think.
Yeah, so I will only use the term Edwin Boyette because I would never want to. Look, I'm one removed. Surely I can't be sued if everyone else is calling him.
He's gonna have to sue everyone in the chat. I mean, look at this. Everyone's calling him Methwin.
I think they're trying to just destroy my channel.
I think they're trying to get you to call him Methwin so that you get in trouble. But now I'm gonna get in trouble because I'm calling him Methwin.
Yeah,
so I'm actually doing you solid. I'm trying to take some heat off of you, brother.
Mike Kelly says, "Ask Pan why they kicked Sheila." Is this Sheila Alien?
Kicked Sheila from who kicked Sheila? I don't know. I don't know about that.
Doesn't know, Mike. Pan doesn't know much.
No, I don't keep track of all the kicking. I don't know what that's about. Where'd she get kicked from? I don't know. I don't do the kicking.
Sloppy Pappies. Oh, look, there are a few war campaigns that are making their way back in.
Hail War Campaign. Yeah, we've just been talking about the crazy crypto comics case.
Yeah, a lot of people wish that that had gone on. I mean, I'm aware of why it didn't, but a lot of people wish that they were in the courtroom when that occurred.
Right? Yeah, I mean, it would have. I didn't actually have to go to court to sign these documents or anything. My lawyer took care of that, but it would have been interesting just to hear the judge, say Panboy Lando, Soy Child, Dong Lover. That might have made it worth it, but, never had to go there. So that's fine.
Yeah, I like this one here. Ninalo says, do account Dankula, refuse to pay and see what they do.
Yeah, no, Count Dankula, man, that guy. Holy shit. He's got motherfuckers coming at him,
What if you do refuse to pay?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy to pay. You know, I consider it a community service. I'm giving back to the community that Matt Mertz stole from, basically. You know, he wasted taxpayers' money. So I'm going to give a little bit of it back. I'm happy to do that. And I'm basically paying for the meme of, memes are now littering. So it's well worth it.
So they would, so Red Syrup here says that they'll put a warrant out for you. So in the US, they'll just stick a warrant on you, and then
Right. If you don't
next time you're
pay-
pulled over for a traffic infringement or whatever, they'll take you in.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that in Australia.
What do they do? Just kick your ass on the spot?
They used to. Nowadays, they give you a fine and a move on notice.
Okay.
And they hope that you pay it.
They hope. Wow.
Mm.
Shit.
For a while there, that was it, and then they started giving jail terms for people that hadn't paid their fines.
Wow.
But it was clogging up the jails because I think you paid it off for like $240 a day. So like if you had you'd spend 2 days in jail to pay off your fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then they were just finding that people were happy to spend 2 days in jail.
Right. They didn't have the money, so they're like,
yeah, that's it. So they just they said, yeah, we'll do it. And then everything was getting packed. And then a lot of some people, well, not a lot of people, some people started, because there's a lot of very poor and disenfranchised Aboriginal people in particular. They were receiving a lot of fines for bad behavior and not paying them, so they were getting put into jail en masse,
right?
Which caused a bit of a ruckus. So now, and a couple of people died as well in jail, just randomly, not from beatings or anything, just like for neglect kind of thing,
right?
So they've sort of tried to put a stop for that, but I think they're going to experiment in my state where they just say that Aboriginal people don't have to go to jail for fines.
Holy shit!
See how that goes.
But everyone else does, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's positive racial profiling.
Yeah,
I guess it's like you can't write a story about a black person unless you're black.
Yeah. You know that their views on racial profiling only go one way. The SJWs, you know.
Edgar Tarley says even Recator wanted to know what the judge cited Pan, where, and for littering.
Yeah, he asked. He said, "Did you have to give an admission?" And I said, "No, I didn't have to even sign the court document. I didn't have to appear or admit anything." And he said, "Wow," because in the state of Minnesota, where I guess he's he's a lawyer, he says you have to actually like admit it. You know, basically, they can't just like give you the deal, and you have to basically admit that it happened. So he thought that was kind of weird that I didn't have to admit to littering.
There might be some kind of sneaky thing they can do where they've dropped it down from to just like a misdemeanor, so they can just issue an on the spot fine without you saying you're guilty.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sense. Mm-hmm.
That's why they've done it to like littering or something, which is just like they couldn't think of anything like closer.
Right. I mean,
it's like jaywalking, or like
like a crosswalk. I think that was like one of the other things that they could have possibly changed it to that was mentioned. But like the littering thing is just so funny, like it's a great meme.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's very interesting. Pilgrim Maga says Oz is pot legal in Australia. What do you think, Pan?
I bet it's not. But I bet you that it's easy to grow and you can get away with it easily because, there's probably a lot of rural areas out there.
We're in a very interesting situation in Australia at the moment where it is legal to have it prescribed to you.
You're right.
For
medicinal.
Any number of reasons, but it's not legal to grow or possess in its plant form.
Okay. Interesting. So do you have like dispensaries where people can get it medicinally? Is that how they do it? That's kind of how they do it here.
I
States.
believe there's like 2 chemists that will dispense it.
Wow, only 2
in our state. And then, so you've got to go there to receive it in liquid form.
Wow, liquid form, concentrate. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. So they extract an exact percentage of THC and CBD, and they put it on the bottle, and your doctor's got to prescribe a percentage.
Wow.
And it's like
it's
like something like $300 a bottle, and the bottle's like 30 mil or something. It's ludicrously expensive.
That is expensive. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, the prescribed stuff contains THC, like you just whatever percentage you want, because they basically what they're doing, they've got it's still illegal to grow here, so only the government can grow essentially. So they've got these warehouses and secret warehouses that are in residential areas that look like houses, and they've fitted them out as hydroponic grow facilities. And
all the neighbors are like, what is the smell coming from that house?
No, it's all like really top secret, like fully done properly with like carbon air filters and everything.
Oh wow.
And then they took a journalist to see one last week, and they had to blindfold her.
A secret location, huh?
Yeah, all to grow pot. And so then they grow it, they take all the buds, and then they refine it in the chemist and like get it right down to its molecules and give you the exact percentage.
Wow.
And it's ridiculous. So
wow. Do you think it'll be legal one day, like fully? Because that's kind of how it starts. They'll do it medicinally. It's how it happened in a lot of states here. Starts out, medicinal use, and then eventually it will become decriminalized. Do you think that'll happen in parts of Australia, or?
It'll happen it'll be decriminalized soon. They're just getting a bit of a cash grab before they do it.
Yeah, no, it's really
a lot of people are still growing it, and it's kind of got to the point where people are just mailing it to each other, like it's like it's been decriminalized to such an extent that you still get in trouble if you have it, but it's like no one's going to yet bother going to a doctor to get a script for it.
Right. And if you have it, like you can probably have it if you're an Aboriginal and not go to jail, right? They won't throw them in jail for it. But if you have it, you're going to jail.
Australia is very different from the US in terms of our jailing policy. We don't generally jail people for drug crimes unless it's gang-related, like methamphetamine and cocaine.
Okay. Interesting.
We don't really have a huge population of people in our jails that have been like, selling dope or, having, you don't go to jail for having drugs on you. Like that's not like for personal use. Like they're not going to send you to jail for that. They won't even record a conviction.
Okay.
So you can have like coke and stuff on you and you won't go to jail. Right.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
As long as it's not in a, as long as it's not in a dealable quantity.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's really different. Like our jails are very different from the US jails, where a lot of it is drugs.
Right.
So Slick Rick says prison is a business in America. You see, we don't have any privatized prisons, so it's all it all comes down to the government. So we're paying for it, You have no big population at all. Well, that's exactly it, Cat. No way. You can't really compare the two. I just like to point out the cultural differences because Australia's, we're very similar to the US in terms of our outlook, our economy, our democracy, but it's important to keep note of the geographical and social differences that we have. If we've got the population of our entire country is the same as New York City, and it's on a landmass that's the same size as the United States. So that's that's the difference in our cultures. They're right there.
Right.
Oh no, Rich Cook. Meanwhile, I spend a weekend in jail because they sent my hearing notice to the wrong address.
Oh,
Rich, you should come on and tell us about your time in jail and tell us about what you were being sent a hearing notice for. Was this domestic abuse?
wait a minute. Why would you say that?
That's honestly just the first thing that jumped in my mind.
Fuck, bro. Oh, Oz.
It was a question. It wasn't like a
Right.
an accusation. I'd said, come on and tell me.
Right.
Pilgrims says, Oz, my father fought in Vietnam with a lot of Australian Marines in '68. Yeah, we lost about 5,000 soldiers in Vietnam. We were the second biggest contingent after the US there.
Wow.
And yeah, interesting. Mr. Wonderful says, Oz is speaking for WA. In the eastern states, you will go to jail for cocaine possession. You won't. Trust me, Mr. Wonderful, you won't go to jail. Especially not with COVID. Especially not in Victoria. You'll be right. Oh, okay. So, Rich Cook says, weed. I'll get on a day this week when I'm not at work. Oh, awesome.
Wow, there you go.
Okay, yeah, we need to go into this, Rich. Send me a DM at a time you want to, or a day that you'll be free. Is there a day you don't work during the week that's about 11 a.m. EST, or you might have to do it on the weekend? James Hayes says, where are you on the spectrum again, Oz? I would love to be on the spectrum. I think it would be great. I think that if you were on the spectrum, kind of like Pan is a little bit on the spectrum. So he doesn't have empathy for others. And I think if you lived in that world, I think it would be remarkable.
It's
You'd
blissful.
probably have a much better life.
It's a blissful world.
Oh, Dark Grift has come in just as I was mentioning you.
Oh,
Haven't seen you for a while, Dark Grift. Why don't you subscribe?
Is it Dark Grift or is it Dark Gift?
What did I say?
You said Grift.
No, Dark Gift Comics.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Dark Gift. He's a good guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been on my show a few times.
Nice.
You'll probably be getting sued too soon, Dark Gift.
Uh-oh. By Mr. Edwin Boyette.
Squisher420 says, Kobayashi, it's normally 6. I have a special med card with an increased plant count. Ooh, 6 plants, Squisher. Now, you could grow a year's worth of dope with 6 plants.
Grow them big. Grow them strong.
Oh, Edgar, please subscribe. I wish you were more like Chris the Kiwi from The Dick Show. I don't know either of these people. It would just make your streams way more entertaining. Oh, well, I am but a humble man. I'm not even a frog merchant. So I do the best that I can, and I rely on my guests to bring their own value to the program. So if you are not enjoying this show, it is more than likely, and you have enjoyed other shows, it's more than likely Pan's fault.
Yes. Blame me.
Mm-hmm. Edgar, okay, I was also. Oh, thank you. Kush plants are smaller, says 1-2. I don't know what PK Trigger's talking about. He sounds like he's most of the time whenever I see his tweets there, it's like it's not even English as a second language. It's just like keyboard too hard sort of thing.
I knew what he was saying.
Did you? What was he saying?
Put it back up there. Let's
All right.
decipher it. He says, I can't wait until my favorite rapper, Method Man, finds me. We got to save the black babies. We got to save the black babies. Yeah. Method, man, you know. It might have been an Edwin reference. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, PK, you were being so clever there. I didn't even see it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be that clever for Edwin. You don't have to be so cryptic. I mean, you know, what
Just
are we going
come
to
out
do?
and say it, you know.
Just say it. Just say, look, this guy's on white drugs. If that's what you want to
Edgar
say.
Tarley says Pan is fluent in Spurgese. That is true. Hail, brother.
Right. Right. Well, you are responsible for a lot of spurgatory behavior on the internet.
You could say that. Yeah, you could say that.
Mm-hmm. What percentage of war campaigns woes would you put at your feet?
Well, there have been people that say that I'm 60% of Comicsgate's problems, so I'm probably about like 90% of War Campaign's problems.
Tobor says, yes, please, have Edwin on to promote his political campaign. Tobor, I did express that invitation. In fact, I said, please, come on.
And he said, no, I will decline this offer. I am not interested. Not interested. That's what he said.
It's true, actually. And then he said, is there any part of this communication that you do not fully understand?
Is there any part of this communication that you do not fully understand?
That's exactly what he said.
Wow. Okay.
And I said to him, yes, I don't understand the bit about you not using white drugs.
Right. I mean, come on, you know.
And then he said, I categorically deny. So say that, categorically deny.
I categorically deny ever having used white drugs.
No drugs. He said any drugs.
Any
kind.
Whoa, now I don't know if I 100% believe that.
Don't comment. You're Methuen.
I
have not used any drugs at any ever.
I categorically deny ever having used any drugs, period.
Now you say, is there anything in this statement that is unclear to you?
Now, Oz, is there anything in this statement that is unclear to you?
Do you mean like Panadol? Paracetamol?
What the fuck is paracetamol?
And then that's where you say you do not need to elucidate every drug.
Oz Arts, you do not need to elucidate every drug under the Hawaiian sun.
So yeah, that's how it went.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And now he's going to sue you. He's going to sue your pants off.
Cease and desist.
Cease and desist, Oz.
It's four letters from his lawyer to cease and desist any mention of him, as he has no more interest in Comicsgate, comics,
okay,
or any of that independent movement.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So he's bowed out.
These aren't my big words, El Hombre. These were Edwin's big words, and he was using them incorrectly, but I'll still repeat them.
Elucidate.
He Planet Tobor. No, he's not. He's not running to be president of Hawaii. What he has this new position. I think it may be unpaid. I'm not sure. Where he is the assistant manager of communications for the Hawaiian Republican Party. Now, from what I understand, they've assigned him to a rotund young Hawaiian man with a polyester Hawaiian shirt, who is currently running unopposed by any other Republican.
Wow. Unopposed.
So he's in a very, very strategically important position at the moment. And the Hawaii Republican Party's bid for re-election in November in Hawaii.
Okay. All right. Wow. So he's out of comics and into the political arena. Interesting.
Well, they have given him an unopposed candidate to work with.
Right. So
there's very little that can go wrong.
There's
very little. As long as the person that he is in charge of communications turns up on the day. In fact, I even think at this stage that if the councilman, heaven forbid, should die, his name would probably still stay on the ballot.
Wow, because no one else is running. That's
right.
how it is.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
Yeah. So, he's an important man, and so he has decided that he will no longer be associated with white drugs because he has never done any drugs of any kind ever.
Okay.
Now, I did point out that the way that he was typing and misspelling and repeating words in his legal letter to me, that perhaps he had some kind of drug intake. I mean, I'm not saying it was white drugs. Maybe it was caffeine. Could have been caffeine. He could have been jumpy.
Yeah. Or a beer.
Well, yeah, could have been a beer. I mean, we don't know what time he wrote this. He could have had a red wine with dinner, and
right.
So, but when you're writing these letters, if the whole intent of the letter is to dispel the myth that you're doing white drugs, you should probably spell check or even just proofread it first.
Right, and if you're going into politics, you might want to, also proofread.
Or if your role was anything to do with communications.
Exactly,
But if we can have people waving guns in a hockey mask working on local council, why cannot we have Edwin Boyett running
friends,
communications for the GOP party?
Matt Mertz and Edwin Boyett are buddies, so maybe Matt can give him some tips on how to conduct yourself while he's in office.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, or maybe this is just all about Ethan Van Sciver, and maybe Mercer has said, you got to get to him through this Oz guy, right?
That's a theory.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how far this conspiracy goes.
Yeah, I mean, wow. I mean, so that's an interesting theory. So he's trying to sue you so that he can, attach it somehow to Ethan Van Sciver, kind of like what Mertz was doing with that bullshit case we just went through.
Good Deed Comics says Pan should write a book on how to be a loser. Write what you know.
I bet you that's Matt Mertz's alt account.
Good Deed Comics, please subscribe. He makes a good point, Pan.
Does he?
Well, I haven't heard a rebuttal.
Wow. Well, I don't know. I just beat a court case, so I don't know how I'm a loser.
Well, that is a good rebuttal, actually. You did not lose that court case.
Right. And it's a win for memers, basically. We get a new meme out of it. No littering memes on the internet.
So, what do you think that this court case has in terms of status in the annals of court history, and
Well,
how are people going to use this as a test case going forward?
well, I think people will see that if you're going to charge people with crimes on the internet, you better have some damn good evidence, and there actually needs to be crimes committed. So it's basically just another lol suit. This was this guy's way to try and take down War Campaign and to take down Comicsgate and try to get some money out of Ethan Van Sciver, I think. And as you can see, it failed miserably. So yeah, if there's a lesson to be learned here, don't try to do a lol suit on motherfuckers. Ain't gonna turn out good for you.
How can we generate a profit from this failed suit?
I don't know. Do we need to generate a profit? I getting laughs out of it is enough for me, quite honestly. This guy tried so hard to, fuck with me and, ruin Comicsgate, fuck with Ethan Van Sciver. I just got to laugh at the guy's effort, honestly. It's like a flailing little kid, is like smacking you in the knees because he's just so angry and butthurt. That's what it reminds me of. I just laugh at it.
Why do you think he's so angry at you?
I don't know. I think, he's probably now, I don't know the guy. I assume he's just got like self-esteem issues or, he's a douchebag, This dude, he's never going to get laid. He hit on me for months in DMs. I rejected him. So,
Do you think it's a sexually repressed rejection? Do you think that? Do you think it's sexual in nature?
I can almost guarantee that's part of it. I mean, you saw how he described our interactions and, his pursuit of me. And, you take one look at the guy and, he ain't ever having sex with the woman. So,
You know what? Are you there?
Yeah.
You know what?
What's that?
You said you know. Yeah, you did.
Oh, I don't know. You know.
The
guy's he's a city councilman. He tried to win a lol suit. It didn't work out.
Is he married? Is he a married man?
I don't know for sure, but I
But you were looking at his pictures, and wasn't that what he was accusing you of? Looking at pictures of him on Facebook?
Yeah, he said that I went to his Facebook, but I never went to his Facebook. But I have, of course, seen pictures of him because he gets memed everywhere. And I'm pretty confident that this guy will never score.
They're harassing you in the audience for your use of the word
Johnny Rando loves me,
Does he?
No, he hates me.
Ah, well, that's all right. I actually quite like Johnny Rando.
No, I don't have
He's supposed to come on here. You should come on here, Johnny.
Yeah, you can come on and cuss me out, actually.
Oh, no, not when Pan's here. You can come on.
Oh. Well, I want him to cuss me out. I like it. I like Johnny Rando. He doesn't like me, but I don't have a problem with it.
Does he really not like you?
I don't think he does. I know Honey Thunder hates me too, but I kind of like him too. What can I say?
Have you ever spoken to Honey Thunder?
No. I just see what he types in the chat. Not a big fan of the pan. Okay. That's okay.
So, all right. Well, we can do this. I can invite people.
Yeah, I'd like to talk. I'd like to hear what people say about it, actually. Just, or say whatever they want to say. And any questions they want to ask me or cuss me out. That'd be cool. Call me a baguette,
So the link, I think, managed to go in the chat there. I just posted it in. If anyone wants to come in and ask about this lawsuit any more detail, or tell Pam what you think of him. Ask him why he has no empathy.
Well, you already said why, because I'm on the spectrum, right? That's your reasoning for your perception that I have no empathy. I'm not sure who I'm supposed to empathize with right now, but
you could empathize with
Edwin,
you could empathize with me.
with you.
You could
I
empathize
do
with my
empathize
situation.
with you. I do actually. Like, I think
Do you?
it's fucking stupid that Edwin thinks that he's gonna, sue you over a funny name you called him on the internet. I mean, let's fucking get real, really. I mean, yeah, I've been through this type of bullshit. I do empathize with you.
Oh, Honey Thunder. Okay. I've got a class going on, so I'm not going to put them through this, lol. What does that even mean? You're teaching a class?
I don't know.
Why are you watching my stream while you're teaching a class? Have you just like set them a book to read and is like watching your phone?
He's multitasking. He's out there like improving the community, but also spending time listening to our bullshit.
Oh,
nice.
Is this the same gym where Pan's daughter goes to?
No, it's probably not, but that's very cool that he runs an MMA gym. That's awesome.
Johnny Midnight, this is great. Between Pan, Testify, and Sketch, we're in Spurgatory.
He says, I was asking Pan what his daughter trains. She's a freestyle wrestler, folk style, actually.
Oh dear. Did you say full style?
Folk style.
What's folk style?
It's like a collegiate wrestling style.
Oh right, okay. What you see on the movies and stuff.
Not pro wrestling, but like
no, not pro wrestling.
Yeah,
in movies on like US high school where they're wrestling on the wrestling team.
Right. Yeah.
With the little helmet and the red tie.
Yeah, they got the ear protection on. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then like one gets to be the bottom, and then the other one gets to be the bottom.
Well, yeah, you always want to be on top in that style of wrestling.
What's going on, fellas?
Dark Gift, I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, my sleeping schedule's been off. Like, I literally just woke up when I popped in your chat. So
last I saw him, he was playing guitar. That was cool.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I just wanted
you
to
play
pop
guitar,
in.
do you, Dark Gift?
He's good.
I got a couple.
Why don't you? Are you aware that I'm organizing essentially like a variety program?
I am not.
I have at the moment. I have a wonderful piano player and singer by the name of Robert Romano.
Yeah, he comes on my show on Monday nights.
Yeah, and I have this fantastic, what would you say, 80s Poison style guitar player who thrashes out with a light up guitar for me.
Cool.
Oh yeah. I went back and I rewatched that show. That guy was pretty good.
I've got Collie Hond, who tells jokes about Comicsgate with his puppet.
Nice.
That I did not see.
Collie's coming on in the next day or so to do a repeat performance. He's just busy at the moment at work.
Snowdub does some puppets.
We had Snowdub on, but I rejected Snowdub because he didn't have any material.
Oh damn!
I said I don't mind talking to people and performing puppets, but I don't like talking to puppets. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you get the distinction?
Yeah.
So it's like I like talking to Collie, and I like it when he does his puppet performance, but I don't want to talk to Collie as a fucking hand puppet.
Okay.
I think that's fair enough.
Fair enough request, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not anti-puppet. I just I need there to be a performance.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Otherwise, it turns into like the Doug show where he's got all those fucking
I've
puppets
seen
on his
that.
show.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
I went on his chat, and I said to him, I said, Doug, you've got to get rid of these fucking puppets on his chat. And he's like, oh, hey Oz, no, man, I'm trying to make the least watched show on YouTube. And I said, you're doing a really good job of it, and it's really painful.
That's funny. Yeah, it is painful. I tried to watch one just to check it out, and I was like, holy fuck, Doug.
Is this to Naples?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped
Jesus
watching
Christ.
He does puppets now.
That's crazy.
I used to communicate with him before he went nutso quite often, and then he went nuts, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Right?
Tolfer, hit me up in my DMs, man. I'll get you on the show. No worries.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Come by tonight at 8:00. You can play on my show too.
Puppets are creepy as hell. See, I grew up in when we were younger. We used to have this. We had a lot of British shows, and one of them was Sooty. It was this kids show called Sooty, and he was this little dog puppet who used to just squeak. But the puppetry was really good. You know what I mean? It was really interesting. It was sort of Jim Henson kind of thing. It's not just like a fucking hand in a sock. Which is essentially what Collie's puppet is, but Collie, I love your puppet. I love your
Everybody's
puppets.
got to start somewhere, I guess, right?
I think he's I think he works on it like it's slowly evolving. That was Swift, not Sooty. Sorry. Sooty was the main character. I'm not sure Sooty.
Christopher Spirit
I'll bow
knows
down to your knowledge. You're probably
he
right.
knows this English puppet programming.
Like,
British.
I wanted to come on because I've been like
Yeah,
out of the loop.
why did you come on? Yeah.
I've been out of the loop the last few weeks, and I had no clue Pan won his case. I wanted to congratulate him. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Why?
I just haven't really been on Twitter. I mean, I popped on to help promote some people get funded and stuff, but I've just kind of like not been like keeping my ear to the ground like I usually do.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, I had no clue. I knew you were gonna beat that case. I knew it was a shit case from the get-go, but
right.
But just to hear that it actually happened, like was it like scot free? Like they were like, get the fuck out of here. This is bullshit,
it's done. It's done.
That's awesome, man.
All
That's
good. Awesome. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, and I had no clue that Oz even got a letter from Edwin. That's how out of the loop I've been.
And now he's in trouble.
Oh man.
The other breaking news is that Sketch Therapy has decided that Liam and I are the same entity. So he calls me Liam Oz.
Liam Oz.
Liam Oz, like we're the same person, and he's yelling at me now and telling everybody that I'm scamming them with my book. And not to back my book.
Your book, but he means Liam's book.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
I love Sketch, but that's the craziest thing I've ever heard because you guys don't even sound anything alike. Number one.
And you guys were on the same show for a long time together. I mean, how did Liam or you pull that off, being, two people at once?
Right.
That was pretty good if that you actually are able to pull that off.
Especially when you guys would talk over each other. I'd love to know how you figured that one
Amazing.
out.
Liam Ozhenny Cuck Infiltrator. Yes.
That's what
Liam
he says.
Cuck Infiltrator.
That's what he writes. That's what he types in Ethan's chat. And he just he's really upset with me. You know what? We could do you want to have a look at Do you want to have a look at him yelling at me in his chat?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, let me just bring it up. I've got to. I'm not sure why he's so upset with me. I'm such a gentle soul.
Well, it's because he thinks you're Liam and he hates Liam.
Yeah,
He really does hate Liam. He really does hate Liam.
That would be my guess too. Yeah, if he thinks that you guys are one and the same, that's exactly why he hates you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like I said earlier, he like combines like people into like this one monolith that he can just hate. He can just focus all his spam towards. Whether it's Ropan, whether it's Liam Oz Hennycuck, he'll group everyone together into like this monolithic hate totem.
That's a good way to put it. A hate totem. Monolithic hate totem.
All right, we're not going to go through this whole thing, but we'll just skip through some bits
Just
of
a
it.
taste.
Just to see. I thought I was being entirely reasonable. But,
Okay.
you know, I try my best.
Today is a group of mods on Ethan Van Sciver's channel.
So can you see you see what the title of his stream is? Can you read
Mods
that?
on Comic Artist Pro Secrets are holding back post of a non-Liam Hennycuck.
A non-Liam?
A non
Anoni Liam Hennycuck.
Noni. Oh, a Noni Liam.
Now,
All right.
a lot of people like to tell me,
Yes, Sketch. What do they like to tell you? Sketch. Sketch, tell us what they're trying to tell you.
Where'd he go?
Where'd you go, Sketch? He's stream sniping Ethan.
now as you see when I try to post this, which doesn't break any of the rules. This is not breaking any of the rules. I am allowed to tell anyone to go fuck themselves here. I am allowed to say that everything I said in this post, I'm allowed to say, but you see it doesn't show up here. Or you can say, well, you know what? And this is one of the mods that is not releasing it. You see him right there. Cumberbatch Pepper Potts. This is someone that said I had bad internet, and that's why they weren't seeing the post go through. So Cumberbatch Pepper Potts is a liar, right? Very friendly with Oz and Liam, and you know Oz and Liam's are Mr. and Mrs. I hate your boy Zach. Now, Last Crusader has always been known for being a Mike Miller loyalist, right? And these people are mods, right? Many in this mod corps have been here since the times of Nurkish and have not been removed.
Does that make you the Mr.? Are you the Mr. in the Mr. and Mrs. I hate your boy Zach?
Can you see? Can you see? So what's happened is, Ethan has again made the mistake of mentioning my show's name. This was yesterday on his show. So immediately Sketch starts freaking out.
Is he jealous? He's
no,
jealous.
he just hates Liam. And so, and I'm in the chat just like saying hello to people, and then he just really focuses his rage upon me, and then he sets up this thing because he's obsessed with the idea that these mods are basically filtering out any negative sentences about Liam or me.
Mm-hmm.
So he set up this stream snipe to show that when he types his nasty comments about Liam or me, and they don't show up on Ethan's stream. But the issue is he's got top chat selected instead of live chat. So he's not getting all
the chats. Okay.
So
look at that.
But we keep telling him that, right? He won't listen. And so I've popped into his channel. I've stopped watching Ethan, right? And I've come onto his channel to watch him snipe Ethan. And I've just said, look, Sketch, let me on because I wanted to have a chat with him.
Right.
Today, the most prolific wrenches are these two. And these two, This one, I don't know if he's actually holding it back or not, or didn't see it. But I'm gonna do another Tommy Sarkeesian. I don't know this motherfuckers, but you know what? I'm sure they can see my post. Why? Because I am a wrench on other channels, and I know that when something gets held back, the mods can fucking see it. So I'm gonna do it again, so that you can see that not a single one of these will be released. Now, I am a paying member, as you see. I've been a paying member for many months. I've super chat anywhere between $50 and $100 a month, aside from my membership. Now, despite my contributions to the channel as a member,
so now
gonna cry about it.
People in my chat are now going onto Sketch's channel and watching both streams happen at once. So we've got Candyman, who's here now, and Andino, who's here now as well.
I can't get my post through, and I'm not breaking a single fucking rule. I'm allowed to not like Liam. I'm allowed to state facts about what Liam says. And let me be very specific, and I want to repeat, I have not cussed a single time. I have not cussed at all. I am sure that, like yesterday, Liam, Oz, and his war campaign buddies are going to strike my channel. Like they strike my Twitter. Because they've all pretended to be our friends, but for the last little bit, they've been a little bitter about who gets on what show. They had a really big fight about it around the time that you guys remember when you can go fuck yourself, Oz. You can stay there, but you can go fuck yourself too. Now the facts are,
he just saw that we were chatting mid-sentence. That's all he could do was go just fuck yourself, go fuck yourself, Oz. All I did was say, "Don't ban me, Sketch."
No,
let me on, yourself. Boss.
No,
let me on, boss.
I will not. I'm gonna tell you
that
to go
Liam
fuck
is
yourself,
claiming that Anons are going to take the backer money, and that Anons are going to take the baker data because they're all in his router. Now, this liar also claimed that he was my friend. He can't prove he was my friend anywhere. And I showed live that when he invited me to a debate, there was no invitation. He blocked me on Twitter, so he couldn't literally invite me. He blocked me on Twitter. He can't invite me to something he blocked me on. And many people saw on my stream, and before the stream started, his mods blocking all my channels, right? If he wanted to find me, he could. It wasn't until Ethan Van Sciver intervened that he showed up and dropped, like he usually does, the link into the chat. But he wasn't doing that. He did block all my channels. He did absolutely lie and was caught red-handed lying. I showed my Twitter many times. This guy is a liar. He wears a suit. I don't think he really has a job. I think he's doing his little koala stickers because he can't pay the rent. This is my belief. It's not a statement of the facts. That's just what I think.
It's just my belief.
I believe this to my core that Liam is poor and he's getting by on koala stickers. I believe this.
I'm pretty sure the suit is for the show, no? Like dress for the success that you want, type of thing, right? Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. People, please buy the orange koala merchandise. It helps me pay the rent. Please.
Liam Oz,
please.
Hennycuck needs to pay the rent.
Oh dear.
Another thing I'll tell you is when someone threatens $87,000 in backer money. When someone threatens $87,000 in backer money, you got to be very careful with these people. When someone threatens hundreds of people's baker data on their router because they're going to get to his computer to his router, you got to be very careful because that's a preemptive excuse to not pay his artist exclusive team that he hired from God knows where, a high school. I think he's still in high school. He won't be paying his colorist. He won't be paying anyone. Might not even show up with a book. Why? Because he says that Anonymous is after his money. Now, and he'll talk to the authorities. I talk to the authorities. I talk to the authorities about the anons or getting into my bank. Getting into my
sounds
bank.
more Irish,
right?
Is
So that's
is
what's
that
going
what
on.
I
Now,
said?
if I try
I'm
to
like,
post about
is
it,
that what Liam sounds like?
the mods won't let it through. They should let it through because I'm not fucking lying and I'm not breaking any fucking rule. But as you see, there needs to be a purge. Specifically, this one right here, Last Crusader. Oh, that's one of Mike's glitches.
Wait, did he just call for a purge?
Yeah, he wants to purge the wrenches. He wants EVS to get rid of his mods. Now, I mean, now War Campaign isn't mods on Ethan's channel, and that's not good enough for Sketch. He needs more mods removed.
So in the chat here, Candyman says that I shouldn't go on because I make the shows boring, and then Candyman says, I said, "Oh, please subscribe." And he says, "I'm already subscribed, but you better make good shows and not cause trouble for War Campaign."
Hail.
Well, how's about that?
Good
I'll
advice.
subscribe to you, but if there's any trouble with War Campaign,
Sounds
I'll
like a threat.
fucking I'll Rico act you. That's what that is.
Rico.
That's a Rico right there. It's like, you better make good shows and not cause trouble for War Campaign, or I'm unsubbing.
Rico.
In Oz's defense, I don't think he causes trouble for anybody. I think he lets people come on and cause trouble for themselves.
I mean,
at best.
Yeah, at worst, Oz is a shit stirrer. Like, he'll stir the shit up a little bit, but look,
Right.
that's funny. That's
Yeah, he puts all the ingredients in the pot and just lets it boil and see what happens. That's basically what Oz does.
I
Some
love how
people
you
say
you got banned because of me, I think, in his chat. What the fuck?
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that bit, you bastard.
some people say Oz is a cunt, but I always tell them, no, he's not a cunt.
I'm going to tell him about it here, but I'm also going to have the recording, and I also made a separate recording.
He's got 3 recordings
Just to be
of
clear,
this.
as you can see, one of them is incognito. One of them is where I'm logged in posting. As you can see, I'm not lying.
No, it's not lying.
This is just what's going on. As you see Oz here, yesterday for revealing this truth about Oz and Liam, my channel was struck. Gee, the only person that could be really mad about what I said were Oz and Liam, because those are the only 2 people I talked about.
Liamos.
So when you're looking for people that strike channels, there you go. I also think Hatch 420 had something to do with it. Might have used the comments for it. But you know how it is. It's a combination.
Oh, don't blame
Yeah, I'm
Hatch
just talking to
420.
this bitch right here, Oz, that wants to replace the friends around Caesar and place himself and Liam in there, but he's already threatened all his backers.
What?
Well, my
With
backers.
taking their money and blaming Anons, or that Anons are really going to take their money. They've already threatened with releasing all the backer data, or maybe there really is an Anon and they will release your backer data. He's either seriously under attack at the bank and his home where your
Attack
data
at
is,
the bank,
and your money's in danger, or he's lying and he's just going to take the money and release your data. It can only be one or the other.
Can only be one of those 2 things. Only be one of those 2 scenarios.
Liam did buy a car, and he
There's
built a
this.
studio.
There are
He narrowed
only
it
2
down.
scenarios.
Sketch narrowed it down.
Either Liam is being hacked by Anonymous and they're going to steal the money, or Liam is going to steal the money and release all your details on the internet.
It could only be one of those 2.
Only one of those 2 options. There's no third option where Liam just like gives you the book.
Right.
I know this is like irrelevant too, but like, did he say that Liam has $87,000?
Yeah.
I thought he was
Dollary
only.
dues.
Oh, it's in Australia.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought he was only up to like 68 or 69.
No. Not real dollars, dollary dues.
Okay.
Sketch might be onto something.
Yeah, August 777 says Oz is the most important 500 subscriber channel on YouTube. Absolutely, he controls everyone.
Yeah.
Sketch Therapy has more subscribers than me.
Well, your influence is
Disgusting.
far-reaching.
It's disgusting.
Pound for pound, that 500 packs a punch.
Well, Risey has more subs than you too. So.
Oh, I can't.
Does he?
I can't compete with Risey. He's got 70,000.
Yeah, but you got to figure a lot of those subs on both these channels are just people who enjoy watching them like go nuts. You know, they're not real subs. You know, they're not really interested in what they're saying. They're just laughing at what they're saying.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
That's
No,
like
not
half
you.
of anyone's subs
You have
these
real.
days.
You have like real subs. Like I'd rather have real subs than like people.
I'll take any subs, dude. I will take war campaign subs. Like,
oh damn! Bottom of the barrel.
I know none of them have subbed to me.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
I sub.
Mm-hmm.
I sub.
I sub to you, master.
I sub to you, Oz. Yeah, man.
So,
I mean,
I'm in his
no
channel
options.
telling him I wouldn't strike him.
Now I'm gonna send this message out. Let's see if it pops up. See, I'm not signed in. Let's put 3 in.
It's riveting cinema.
Yeah, he really knows how to put on a show about himself crying about getting moderated.
I mean,
It was such a weird Ethan stream anyway. He was talking about this bloody YouTuber that's got like 10 million subscribers who's being cancelled for some random thing.
Oh, that chick. Yeah,
but all his subscribers are like 12-year-old girls. He's just like
weird.
Yeah, he's this weird gay guy that like.
Oh, dude, what? A dude with a subscriber base of 12-year-old girls? The fuck
isn't that the chick? She's like a comedian and she got canceled for
Oh
like.
yeah, that's the next one, isn't it? Yeah, the chick. I didn't get that. I stopped. I had to stop listening because I was trying to talk to Sketch.
Yeah, but yeah,
this is still going. He's fucking not saying anything.
She's like a woman that like has got like millions of dollars.
Bye.
Oh, this is where. Hang on.
Where it says not signed in, which means what everyone actually sees. You see where it says signed in? You're either not being genuine or you're a troll. If you're a troll, I'll just fucking block you. Because I don't really give a shit about you. And I don't give a shit about what your opinions are of me. There you go. Bye-bye.
He
Bye-bye, Candyman.
He just blocked Candyman.
Bye-bye.
Now, I know that Oz, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of torture. I'm a soldier. You can't do anything. I'm not afraid of ridicule. I'm not afraid of exposure. I've already been doxxed. I don't care what you say, what lie you make up. I don't fucking care. It's all been done before. I don't fucking fear you. I am going to say what I am saying until I'm proven right. Because for 3 years, every time I go nuts about someone, it turns out that I was right. I just wish that for the last 3 years, you wouldn't wait a month or two before you listen to me, Comicsgate.
He's never wrong.
How many people was he wrong about that we just don't care? Like,
see, this is a lie. This guy, this is probably one of the war campaigners in one of his socks. I don't have live chat on, so no sketch therapy. I don't think it has anything to do with the live chat. That might help, but I don't think so. I got a lot of doubt in this mod core.
Does he even
might help,
switch?
but I'm not going to try it out.
Right. I was gonna say, does he even switch? Like just to give it a whirl?
No, it might help.
Damn.
Sketch might help, mate.
He couldn't blame as many people then. You know, he just wants to blame people. You know, so if he turns on the live chat, his shit will start coming through, or he'll see it come through, and then he won't be able to blame people. He won't have anything to bitch about.
No, he should be on
Mr.
Top
Wonderful
Chat.
is probably a war campaigner or one of Oz's, thieves and liars out of Australia, like Razzie. Razzie, you're down with Razzie, the guy who fucking collected evidence for the prosecution against Pan. Now you're all together. Maybe the whole trial was a big show. Was the whole trial a big? a big show that you're both gonna drop at the end because you just did it for publicity?
I think that
One of
recording
JDA's
actually
little
won
moves
me the case.
since Praetorian, JDA, and fucking all the.
Thanks,
You know,
Risey.
now it's my fault. Do you see what's happening here, Pan?
Yeah, well, this is just typical sketch stuff, you know.
But do you see what's happening now? It is my fault.
Yeah, your war campaign now, according to sketch, so.
No, yeah. It's either war campaign or liars and thieves from Australia.
Right. The penal colony.
Some people might say they're one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that don't watch regularly, whenever Risey makes an appearance on my show, I make a concerted effort to tell everyone what a dickhead he is.
Okay.
Yeah,
he still comes back. He still comes back.
Yeah.
Are you really like that tight with him? Like I don't see that. I don't. I know
they
you
got
like
that
having him on.
Australian brotherhood.
No. I make it very clear that he's like semi-retarded.
Well, he makes that very clear.
Yeah,
well, he makes that clear, but I make it clear to him that I know this.
Okay.
About
reiterate it for everybody, including
just so
Risey.
you're aware, Risey, I know that you are retarded. Like, I know it, okay? So just between us.
You're not fooling anybody.
Sketch does have a point, though. Like, if you're in a war campaign Discord with, like, Risey, be careful, because he doesn't even know what he's doing half the time. He doesn't. Like, he'll record
That's true.
You. No. See, this is why war campaign is cancelled. I'm getting cancelled on all sides. War campaign has cancelled me because I wouldn't go on a secret Discord with Testify.
Is that what happened?
Yep.
What?
Because of that, because I wouldn't go on his secret Discord, war campaign cancelled me and said, no more.
That's a very sketch-like accusation.
Oh, you'll see.
Those people are together behind the scenes. Oh, I saw JDA go on to the fucking last war campaign stream I was on. Can't change those fucking facts, can you? Or the fact that you made all your fucking mods war campaign.
He's talking about me.
No, you can't go for me, man.
I don't have any mods.
You can't go for me, man.
You're your only
You're
mod.
fucking with me at a bad time. You should know better. I don't believe you, Candyman. Everyone on my live stream, you see that comment?
Oh. Who's he yelling at now? He really hates
what
the mods.
Look at right there. That's a normal comment. Look at that. Everyone on my live stream. You see that comment? Now I'm a member. I want everyone who is a member on Comic Artist Pro Secrets to see this because your words might not be getting out there, member. You pay every month to be able to talk and contribute to this channel. Look at this. I said nothing right. Everyone on my live stream, look at this. They wouldn't release it. They're both on live chat. It's not there. Why is it not there, paying customer?
He's got you mods.
It's live. It's on both sides. It's not signed in.
He's got you.
Why aren't the comments coming through?
He's got you by the balls, mods.
Is it their responsibility?
You see? Look at these words right here, paying member. Look at these words right here, paying member. Last Crusader says somebody has to stand up to that fuck. I suspect that this Last Crusader favors Liam and will hold back your chat, paying member.
Paying member. That's a good porn star name.
He doesn't like to see me fight? I'll block him. He doesn't have to see me fight. Oh, if you don't like to see me fight, I'll just block you. That way you don't have to see it. Your pretty little eyes get a little scared. A little scared of seeing Sketch in the chat. Ooh, that means you probably strike me. And if you probably strike me, I'm just gonna fucking block you.
Come on, Sketch, don't block people.
Sketch, why are you
now they're
blocking
just fucking
people?
promoting the blackface thing. Who's that supposed to be? Nicki Minaj? It's like everybody fucking did it.
I have trolls coming in my chat all the time. I don't block anybody.
Share screen, share audio.
Oh, no.
Talking shit, motherfucker.
He goes from like 0 to 1,000 so fast.
And about me. And I caught you live. There's no turning back from that. You can go fuck yourself. Now, what I'm going to share here is the audio. And I hear any... I'm just going to fucking block you. Keep talking shit, motherfucker. Also can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen.
All I'm saying is, what did I say? Where am I? After he yells at me, I said, "This is terrible. Sketch hates me now and won't let me on." That's what he was swearing at me for just then.
You crossed the line.
I'm going to try to share it with no audio and just let the audio go in through the microphone. My video, I proved that the mods, and I'm going to tell you, I've been a mod. Sometimes it'll be 3 emojis, and the algorithm will block it. When I'm telling you that they're blocking your comments too, that's not a joke. All of you paying members, all of you loyal customers, it's very important to not give bad mods power. Every fucking creator, you fucking stupid son of a bitches. If you give people power between you and your customers, you're a goddamn fucking idiot.
Can we pause it for a minute?
I don't give a fuck.
Here's something. Sketch is always talking about like platform rights. You know, no one has the right to tell you what to do on your platform. Here, he's telling Ethan Van Sciver he needs to get better mods. Make up your mind, you fucking hypocrite. Sketch. Okay.
Was that it?
Yeah, I just had to call that out. Carry on.
Okay.
Who you are. I don't give a fuck how famous you are. I don't give a fuck how much you fucking sold. I don't give a fuck how many subscribers you have. If you just give out wrenches willy-nilly, fuck you. You're a goddamn fucking idiot. And one of these days, you're going to find out that 10 of those motherfuckers are just fucking spies, infiltrators, and saboteurs.
Jesus Christ.
But you go on and be fucking idiots, and you know, in a couple of months, you'll probably see that I'm right, like it has always happened.
No.
Now let me hit play here so you guys can actually hear what the policy is.
I don't want anybody to be blocked unless they're, you know, saying things that can get my channel struck. You know, these mods, you got mods who have wrenches, and they're doing me a service, and I definitely appreciate it. Don't block anyone. People are allowed to come in here. They're allowed to make fun of me. They're allowed to hate on me. They're allowed to do whatever they're going to do, as long as they're not causing trouble for the channel. I mean, hell with it. And by the way, they're allowed to criticize other big name comics. They're allowed to criticize other big name comics. Hell with it. And by the way, they're allowed to criticize other big name comics. And by the way, they're allowed to criticize other big name comims.
Are you hearing that, mods?
And by the way, they're allowed to
Are you hearing that, mods?
big name comims.
Mods!
He's yelling at you over onto the other show.
Mods! This is for you, motherfuckers.
Holy shit.
He thinks they can hear him if he yells.
That's fucking funny.
And by the way, they're allowed to criticize other, big name comics.
I'm not lying about Liam and his fucking router and his fucking anons. As far as my belief, I have a right to believe that Oz is a fucking liar and a thief. I believe it because I proved him to be a fucking liar along with Liam. And my opinion about him being a fucking thief, I have a right to it. I don't have to prove my opinions. They're opinions. It's what I think. You don't control my
He's proved He's proved that I'm a liar, so I'm therefore also a thief.
Wow. Okay.
Fucking thoughts. I don't fucking trust you. I don't believe anyone should, and I have the right to say it. I don't have to prove shit. It's my opinion. Just like I don't fucking trust Robbie Rectum. Do I need to prove that I don't trust or why I don't trust Robbie Rectum? I don't trust Max Bisagio. Do I gotta prove why I don't trust him? I don't trust you, motherfucker, and I don't gotta prove why. I just don't, bitch. Why?
Max
I
and
think I
Robbie
made it
Rectum.
obvious when I proved that you lied about having me on your show and then blocking me, then telling everyone that I wasted your fucking time. I wasted my time. He stabbed me in the back. We were never fucking friends.
Is that
He stabbed me in the back.
about?
Show me where we were fucking friends. Show me the emails where we were friends. When was I ever fucking friendly? All I ever told you was stop fucking concern trolling. And what's he doing? He wants a safety net. What are we gonna do? I busted my ass for Comicscape, motherfucker. You haven't delivered one book. I believe you're a thief.
He's yelling
Yes,
at me
that's what I
for not
believe.
delivering a book.
Wow.
Look,
Does he really
okay.
think that you're Liam?
Everybody's had their schemes and their scams, right? Maybe you choplifted something in the past, whatever. You can't change my opinion because of what you did to me live. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. You stood by there and you let that motherfucker lie. And you defended that lie. And you made videos, right? Making fun of me because I was lying. And he really did what
I said that wasn't me, that was other Liam.
help me out.
Like other Rising.
And what am I? Just another customer, right? If Liam dares, if you dare do that to me, who in Comicsgate is safe from you? If you dare lie to Sketch Therapy, say that you invited him when you actually blocked him. Say that you invited him to the chat when you actually blocked him. If you dare do that to me, who wouldn't you do it to? You taking shots at Caesar, taking shots at Zach, taking shots at everybody.
If you would dare make fun of Sketch Therapy, who could possibly be next? Anyone could be next.
Dare to make
Anyone.
fun of Tony Soprano.
Who's more important than Sketch Therapy in the world?
Nobody.
Fuck. I think you make fun of everybody, don't you?
Motherfucker, this is gonna catch up with you. It's only a matter of time. I told War Campaign, I went nuclear. If you stay on this battlefield, you will poop your intestines and puke your stomachs. They didn't want to believe me. I said, I've gone nuclear, which means I took down every fucking one of your arguments. And funny thing is, when they remained on that battlefield, what made them radioactive was that every talking point that they brought up was already said by me months ago. 2, in fact.
2 months.
I don't give a fuck if it was funny, Oz. It was funny only to you. And the war campaigners who like to lie about me. I make a little typo. I'm dyslexic. No, he's dickless sick. He doesn't have a dick. He's dickless and sick.
Well, Sketch got his dick blown out.
I'm not dickless and sick. I'm dyslexic. It's different. I don't believe your fucking apology.
I said I apologize then, Sketch.
Why would I accept a disingenuous apology? You still have all your videos about me up. That
I think this is when I get you
Liam has
banned.
all his videos about me up. All those streams where they're talking shit about me, they're all still up, aren't they? That lying fucking debate where he sits there lies about us being friends, lies about me stabbing him in the back, and lies about me not showing up when he blocked me. He's fucking lying out of his fucking ass. That means it's the truth. He's a fucking liar. I don't give a fuck what you do. Taking them down isn't gonna make me. That's not gonna make me trust you.
I asked him whether he'd like
I
me to
shouldn't
take
have to
them
tell
down.
you that. I caught you in a lie. You know what? If I was wrong, no, not wrong, because everybody can make a mistake. If I lied and I was caught in a lie, I would apologize and take all my lying shit off the air. That's what I would do. I'm not telling you what to do. You do whatever the fuck you want to do.
I'm
actions
asking
speak
him, what
louder
would
than
you? What
words.
can I do? What can I do
And you
to
say
make
you're
you love me
sorry
again?
all the fucking time, but your actions, that's not what they say. You could leave me alone. How about that?
He could have just had
I'm
you
gonna say
on.
what I'm gonna say. You're not gonna stop me. I'm not gonna trust you, Oz. Oz is talking to me in the chat. What can I possibly do then? You can't do anything.
Just so
You've
you're
lost
not
my
aware,
trust.
everyone.
You think War Campaign can do anything to get back into Comicscape? You think Mike Miller can do anything to get back into Comicscape? You think Dr. Naples coming back?
I think anybody's
Master Deliver.
do whatever.
He was just an ungrateful asshole towards me and towards everybody else. Shit, I got him on World Class Bullshitters. I was on his first fucking live stream. I don't like ungrateful motherfuckers. None of us like, friends.
I told him I wanted to be his
I
friend.
stabbed you in your fucking back. We was friends. You use that. You use that name. You use that word as a tool. You don't believe in friends. You believe in tools. You made up a fake friendship with me to tell everyone
Said,
that I
okay,
stabbed you in
we'll
your
be
back.
acquaintances then.
I don't want to associate with you, motherfucker. I don't trust anything you're fucking doing. I don't want to be associated with you. It's free association. I don't want to associate with you. I want the freedom to call you on your fucking bullshit on every fucking channel I can. And I want to be free of your mods, Mike Miller's mods,
I don't have any
War
mods.
Campaign's mods, who always silence me. I don't give a fuck what you think he's doing. I'm yelling at him. Is that a fucking problem?
He's arguing with people in his chat.
No,
They're
I'm
like,
yelling at
stop
him.
yelling at him.
I am yelling at him. I am absolutely yelling at him. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't believe
I just
you.
said I have no mods. He doesn't
You
believe
have
me.
people in your favor who censor anything I say about Liam. Do I give a fuck if you're connected at the hip? I don't give a fuck. I see one pattern. I talk about Liam. It gets blocked. Are they your mods? Are they Liam's? Are they War Campaigns? I don't give a fucking shit. It surrounds Liam.
Oh no.
Fuck you. Fuck no. I am not giving those motherfuckers the pleasure, the honor, or the privilege of having me on. These fucking liars.
Alright, so what's happening now is that fucking Berserk Guts has come in. And he's saying to him, go on Oz's show, right? And now Sketch thinks it's me saying that. So he's threatening to ban me if I keep saying to go on his show.
So he thought
had a chance to debate me about their mods blocking my comments, which is why on occasion I had to spam to get a message across. They just believed the mods blindly, lied about a debate. Why would I go on their show? Why would I don't want anyone to promote them. I think they're boring and they're full of shit. Why would I want to go on their show? Why would I want to help them with that? I'm fucking interesting. He's not fucking interesting. I'm not gonna help him with that. At least when I'm on the fan, that's why you're shutting down my Twitter. You're shutting down my reporting my fucking streams.
This is me.
That right, motherfucker?
Sorry.
It's alright.
Apparently I'm reporting him.
Sure, Oz. Speak words and expect me to believe them like that's gonna fucking happen.
Speak those words, Oz.
I'm not going to your fucking show, and the next time you ask me, I'm gonna block you. So don't ask again, because the next time in the multiverse, past, present, or future.
I think he might have read my
Case
comment.
time starts to
like you
shift.
typed it.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
read.
know.
You ask me
He's
again,
read your comment,
I'm
and
gonna
he's
block
like,
you because I'm not going on your show. And if that isn't clear, I think a block will make it very fucking clear.
Ugh. I feel bad.
You
for
know
this.
what you did. You know what you said.
and this is where I
You know what
said,
you posted.
I didn't
I don't have to
ask.
say a
That was
fucking thing.
berserk. And he's like, you know what you said.
This motherfucker makes 20 videos about me fucking about me being crazy, demented, deformed because I spoke the fucking truth.
Have you made videos
they
on
did it to
him?
me. They'll definitely
Maybe.
do it to you, paying customer. They'll definitely do it to you, backer.
Ooh.
They dare lie about sketch. Make a false invitation to a debate. Lie to every one of his customers in the chat. You have to understand. When Liam is lying, he's not only lying to me. Everyone that paid money for his book and super chat hit him for an honest show, a debate, even if it was, a fucking spectacle. They were paying for an honest debate. You know what Liam did to those customers, those patrons of his show? He lied to them, offered them a show where I would debate him. And what did he do? He blocked me. He blocked my Twitter, wouldn't send the invitation, wouldn't drop it in the chat until Ethan Van Sciver showed up and says, just drop it in the chat. If you want him here, he'll come. Who the fucking Comicsgate is going to believe that I'm not going to go to a debate? You got to already be beaten down for me to not go. I was the one that wanted the debate. I caught it live. I demonstrated that you were blocking my account. I showed pictures of the other accounts you blocked, videos of them being blocked, have witnesses that saw it happen. And I recorded it live, and it's still posted on my channel. Now, you got to understand that these liars didn't just lie to me. When you go back and look at that stream, every single customer in that chat, okay, I told you what I was going to do. I guess you didn't believe me. So bye-bye.
He bans me, right?
Bye-bye.
Because fucking...
I told you not to ask me again.
What?
You can go fuck yourself.
That was the last straw.
Wait, where did you ask him again?
I didn't.
Now.
Berserk did.
Let's get rid of
I
this
did not
distraction.
said you should go on video. Like my comment there is like you should go on video or something. Like you might have read.
You said
above that.
all you need to do is go on Video Sketch, and then they can't make videos about who you are.
Yeah.
Oh, again, he thought that was you?
Yeah. And then,
Sketch,
oh no,
come on,
and then
man.
Brother
Look, they're
Gaius
right
says,
here together.
and then Brother Gaius says, Sketch, go on Oz's show and knock him down a peg. We the people need to know the true. And so he thinks that's me as well, and so he bans me.
It's projection. He's like, those are all Oz's alts because he has 100 alts. So
You can't go and say like anti-Semitic things. You can't go post things that are like literally like racist things that would literally strike the channel down and super chat, that kind of thing. But other than that, it's pretty much. Oh, you want to be next?
I don't know who he's yelling at now.
It's pretty much anyone can do it.
I don't want anybody to be blocked unless they're, saying things that can get my channel struck. These mods, you got mods who have wrenches in their...
Talking about mod rules again.
Believe all mods, believe all women, believe all mods, and believe all women is a stupid fucking policy. Why? Because we have video evidence of mods gone wild.
Mods gone wild.
Just like we have video evidence of girls gone wild.
Oh my god.
So acting like a fucking bitch ass wrench. has some kind of power, it's stupid.
Wise
Was that
words.
it?
Wise words from Sketch there.
So
You
we've
gotta be
learned-
wiser. In the olden times, you might say, "Hey, you know this motherfucker," but this is my channel, and I run my channel however the fuck I want. What I want is, as a customer, right, of Ethan Van Sciver, for Ethan Van Sciver's mods to follow Ethan Van Sciver's rules, which is why I'm playing them for you now.
I don't want to. You know, these mods.
Anonolium Osguts? Is that what?
And by the way, they're allowed to criticize.
You head on over to Caesar, okay?
From, you know, I don't know.
Secrets. I put the link here in the description.
All right.
That was it.
That was it. So
Anonolium Osguts, is that like the full name of what's going on here? You should just make a video called Anonolium Osguts.
yeah, so that was Sketch yesterday. So I'm being victimized and traumatized from all sides.
Wow. So you got Edwin Boyette coming at you.
Yep.
You know, you got war campaigners not coming to your chat anymore, and you're getting blamed for being war campaign from Sketch. And then you got Sketch saying, you know, Liam Oz Hennycock, you know, is an infiltrator and not gonna,
thieves, liars, and
thieves.
spies. We've got a spy network of mods. Wow. Liam Oz has got a spy network of mods across all the channels, all the Comics Gate channels. And we conspire so that anytime someone says something negative about Liam, it gets taken down. It gets blocked.
Wow. You guys are good.
Can I ask you a favor and set up an array of mods that do that for if anybody says something bad about me? So,
there you go.
Right? We can make this a business. We'll pay you. You're like the security team for Comicsgate.
Dude, I was sitting there hungover as shit, and like Oz got banned. I'm like, oh fuck, I hope it wasn't me. Like,
yeah. It's amazing. It's just amazing. It's astounding. So, yeah, Matthew Fowler says the secret order of the Blue Wrench.
It's funny, just all the hypocrisy.
It's the gayest secret order of all.
I just noticed like the contradictions with Sketch. Like I said before about the platform rights, and you know he's talking about getting his chats banned, but he's so freely banning Oz for stuff that other people say. I mean, it's ridiculous, you know. So
yeah, I think he banned 3 people while he was yelling about being restricted,
and he thought they were all you.
Yeah, exactly.
I just see like the contradiction and the hypocrisy. It just jumps out at me.
I don't know. So
Sketch is nuts.
So
I thought Edwin left like the indie comic scene. Did I hear that correctly?
He has, but someone mentioned his name on my show, so he sent out cease and desist to all 4 members that were on the show at the time. So it was myself, Ethan, and I can't remember who else was on there. I just know though him and myself because that's who Edwin mentioned.
Wow.
Gotcha. Is that why you? When I came in, you were like, "You might get one too." I was like, "What the hell did I do?"
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You be careful. Be careful. So it's obviously vitally important that his name is not mentioned with white drugs.
Or any drugs.
Any drugs. Any drugs. We don't need to specify.
Mm-hmm.
Heron.
Mm-hmm. All right, my friends. It's been going for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you so much for coming on, Pan. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for having me on again and, you know, checking out the crazy story of why memes are now littering. So, you know, thanks for having me.
Payne
And,
went down on a sword, protecting
yeah.
everyone.
Memes are littering.
I did it for the memers, you know. So, and good to meet you, Berserk Guts, and Dark Gift is always hail.
It's always fun, Payne.
Take care.
Later, man.
Micah, yeah, I've got to get you on the show. Micah's campaign's going on. I think, is it winding up soon? So I've got to get you on and do some promotion.
He's like 4 nights or something like that, right?
3 nights, 4 days.
3 nights, yeah, 4 days. That's right.
Yeah.
I thought that just started. It's almost over already.
Oh, I don't want to mislead anyone, but I'm pretty sure it started. Maybe it's the first 30 days. So Dark Gift, will you return again?
Always, brother. I always have a good time here.
Oh, good. You don't need to be a stranger next time. You don't need to spend weeks away from the show.
No, like I said, man, I've been up all night and like sleeping all day, so I keep missing the show.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, cool. And Berserk Guts, you have recovered from the other evening,
dude. Oh, that was bad. The other day was bad. I was like, what the fuck happened? The only thing I remembered was getting angry at like Tweetless or whatever the fuck his name is, because he was like looking at me, and like I knew I was drunk already, but he's just like looking at me and like smiling, smirking shit. I'm like, so I knew I got pissed at him. I don't know what the fuck I said. And then like I was like, why are we talking about the Holocaust? Like I wanted to like shift from it, but like I was too fucked up too, dude. Like I don't know. I'm like, what the fuck? Go with it. I don't care. But then I think I woke up at like 12 that night and like found a yogurt in the fridge and I ate it. Oh man, that's a bad idea, dude. I drank a lot of Jim Beam. I was like, fuck. I was burping like yogurt and like Jim Beam black. Oh, it was bad. Oh. Yeah, I don't remember much from that. It was fun though. Fuck it.
I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah, it's always a good time, Oz. Whatever. We're all fools, dude.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, you guys. And tomorrow we have a couple of special guests. We may be having the return of the man who wants his head in a jar tomorrow.
Is it like pitch black?
It's a wonderful young man that we know that his squad goals are to be merged with the computer interface.
Oh, sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm. And he's
sounds like
be
that
on...
asexual guy.
Yep, and he's going to be on to talk Slaughterhouse.
All right.
Animation. It'll be good.
Sweet.
And we may have a third guest, but they can't get their computer to work. So we'll see what happens. They may drop in. KSS, yes, the asexual who wants his head in a jar.
I think he was like talking about utopias and shit. That one, what was that? Lee? Something Lee? I don't know.
Yeah, very, very interesting fellow.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow.
All right, man. Later.
Later.